Yes, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone present here tonight. And tonight, this is Passion Global Singapore, Malaysia. And we are here tonight every Thursday. In fact, not just tonight, every Thursday night, 8:30, we have this program going on, and it's ongoing. And this program has started since September 30th, 2021. So maybe a little bit of intro for people who are new with us today. I would like to just share how we got started. And ONPASSIVE Passion Singapore got started by this lady called Miss Chui Hia, and she joined ONPASSIVE. And then she managed to get Miss Mabel Chan to join her. And that was in November 2020. But they didn't know who the sponsor was, but they only know it was USA. And finally, by God's leading, within 2 days, they found their sponsor, and that is none other than Dr. Bill Williams. So Mabel got in touch with Dr. Bill, and then officially, they got this webinar started publicly on the 30th of September 2021. And that is the leading of Dr. Bill Williams. And Dr. Bill Williams has always been with us since that time till now. And every Thursday, he's always here with us most of the time, except certain times when he's busy, that he couldn't make it. Otherwise, he will be here with us to guide us. And we are so grateful to Dr. Bill Williams to get this webinar started. And without fail, we have been holding this seminar, this presentation every Thursday. So for those of you who are new with us, please do take note and come join us every Thursday at 8:30 Singapore time. And today, actually, we have a special guest with us, and that is none other than Mr. Michael Williams. And all of us are here tonight, and we are all waiting to hear from him. So he is our special guest for tonight. So without further ado, I would like to call upon Mr. Kumaran to do the next part.
Yes, Kumaran is the one who composed this intro, and I am his hands and legs. Let me share. Okay, should be this one. Just a minute. Can you all see? Let me see. Okay, here. Ready? Up. Let me get rid of this. How do I? Yeah, now I got it.
There you go.
Hello everyone. This is going to be a meaningful summer for us, okay? Again, I am going to visit Singapore. Meet me this Thursday at Dr. Bill Williams Singapore Malaysia Passion Global Webinar, August 3rd, 2023, 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, okay? I am going to share my passion for ONPASSIVE. So, meet me this Thursday in Singapore. See you there, okay?
This is just the beginning. I'm very happy how it came out. Nothing like we planned, but it was perfect.
We go to the top with the Philippines. We go to the top with the Netherlands.
Singapore.
We go Singapore.
Absolutely. We are in Singapore. We'll make a show of it. Yeah.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, indeed.
See you at the top.
See you at the top. Thank you, Dr. Bill. Appreciate you.
Shining bright humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. In it to win it, in it to win it. Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one goal, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. In it to win it, in it to win it, to win it. In it to win it, in it to win it, to win it. In it to win it, in it to win
Wow, thank you, Kumaran. That was great sharing about Team Passion during the last 20 months. It is nice to remember the active founders who support our webinar each week and the guest speakers who have visited us. By the way, my name is Joanne Wong. I co-host the next agenda. I will invite Brother John Barilla to guide us on the do's and don'ts during our webinar. Please take over, Brother John.
Yes, thank you very much, Joanne. Thank you. Hello everybody. Just a few do or don'ts. Please don't raise your hands right now or throughout the presentation, which will be coming up shortly. Please, we don't like to see the hands up when we're not going to call on it for a while because it's not the Q&A time yet. So don't raise your hands now, but wait, and a little later, we'll let you know it's time to raise your hands for questions and answers also, please. Well, of course, keep your mics muted. Also, please sit up straight if you're on video and I see it as maybe lying down. Or just not looking proper, because we want to look nice and neat and friendly here, or I'll close your video. So anyway. That's about it. Oh, and no questions in the chat please, or we'll answer questions in a little while when we call for questions and answers. Okay, that's about it. For now, thank you very much folks, and take over please, Joanne.
Thank you, Brother John Barilla. Now I will invite the one, in the only one, our First Lady, Queen Dr. Benny, to thank our God. Please, Queen Dr. Benny.
Thank you so much, Joanne, for giving me this opportunity. And also, I want to thank Brother John Barilla for the do's and don'ts. And the rest guys for coming here, we love you guys. And the first thing I want to thank is our Father. I want to thank our Maker, our God. Because He, by the way, brought all of us together this afternoon, this evening and this morning. He loves all of us, that is where we can breathe in and out. As you all know, there are a lot of people in the hospital that are begging for this air. They're paying for it, so when you wake up in the morning, please thank your God. I want to thank our Father again for sending somebody to us. That is why we are here. He sent our visionary to all of us, right? This visionary saw the vision and he was not selfish. He decided to share this opportunity with all of us. And his name is Mr. Ashmafair. If it wasn't for him, we will now not be here. Thank you, thank you. Joanne, to you now.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. That's really touching our hearts. Now let's invite our Singapore great leader, creating so many ONPASSIVE founders in Southeast Asia. Let's welcome Sister Mabel. The floor is yours. Please.
Sister Mabel, please. Mabel. Hi, Mabel. Something wrong with your network?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can.
Okay,
There
good.
you go. Yep.
Yeah, here we go. I'll start with my short presentation, and that is this one. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as we have greeted everyone. This is Passion Singapore, Malaysia Global, and I would like to introduce our host team. Dr. Bill Williams is our resident leader here. My name is Mabel Chan, and we have Jeannie Faithyo, we are from Singapore. We have Kumaran from Malaysia, and then John Barilla, Dr. Benny England, and Debbie McCormick. We are the host team. They are from USA, and we are here to serve you and to host this team. Thank you, host team. And tonight, morning, afternoon, evening, tonight we have a special guest speaker, Michael Williams, AIM from Canada, and he is here to share with us his passion and one trait for Oblast, and of course he's marvelous with updates. Let me get rid of this talking. Okay. Tonight's agenda is the heart of Mr. Ashmu Farah on ONPASSIVE, and that will be by me taking about 10 minutes. Then again, as I have said, Michael will share his passion, and then one leadership trait for Oblast or passion, corporate updates, and then the floor is open for everyone to share about their passion. One mission, sharing the mission of this webinar, of this group, Passion Singapore, Malaysia Global, and that is to ignite passion for humanity, to form passion groups as they come along naturally and help them achieve their goals. And our initial plan of action is that we're going to invite affiliates, leaders, anyone to share their passion. And that's where tonight Michael Williams is with us here, and then keep sharing one at a time, and soon, suddenly we may have an army marching forward, unstoppable to make the world a better place. And this is all passion for humanity, igniting passion for humanity to make the world a better place. ONPASSIVE is in many countries, 200 over. And we have offices in US, India, Dubai, Singapore. So glad it is in Singapore and of course in Egypt. Here we go, the heart of Mr. Ash Mufarah. And he has said many times, and we know it, and we hear it clearly, loudly, do it or die. And he guarantees our success. And he is willing, he's vowed to share wealth with us. What an extraordinary man. What a CEO, what a leader who is willing to give himself to us. Our joining fee for such a movement is only $97. And here in ONPASSIVE, we call finances apples. What a beautiful thing to refer it to. So the joining fee at $97 is not for an apple, not for a basket of apple, but for an orchard of apples, thus leading us to a legacy of apples to the next generation. Indeed, we're talking about generational wealth that Mr. Ash Mufarah is leading and giving us. And anyone who thinks that you have better use for this $97, you can still ask for a refund. Apple trees, generational wealth. And here in this picture, we say, from this picture here, from this young man to the dad, he said, "Daddy, now you can rest. I can take care of this family." In most cases, it is generational wealth and transfer is from parents to children. But here, it can also be from children to parents, to relatives and loved ones, to communities, to humanity, and together we reach out to make the world a better place. Living the life we've always dreamed of. Generational wealth. And when we talk about generational wealth and what is coming forth, let us just spend one slide, 1 minute to talk about your account, your ONPASSIVE account, and you. So in most cases, many of us do not have a business, do not have a product to represent. In that case, it will be ONPASSIVE selling ONPASSIVE products for us. ONPASSIVE selling ONPASSIVE products for us. And we're talking about a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen, 4 dozens of products, programs, solutions that ONPASSIVE will sell on our behalf. At the same time, if you do have a business, then this very same account can sell your product. So we are talking about multiple business centers. On the left, where you see all the products of ONPASSIVE, each one of them is a business center to the global market, thus giving us multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. ONPASSIVE, we're talking about every solution ONPASSIVE is providing, every product is automated, running on its own. Come onto the platform of OES and the system will recommend itself, will share whoever is on that platform, all the different products. We don't have to do anything. Everything is a done deal for us. Thank you. So with this, Mr. Ash Mufarah says, he has an army of CPAs, financial teams, and of course, legal team. They are going to fine-tune the projected commission plan, and that is eminently coming. If we are in it, we will win it. So for all that is said, and for all that we have heard the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, it's only the tip of the iceberg. Just 5%, whatever we know, it could be 5 to 10%. And thus, more and more things will be revealed to us in appropriate time. And whatever we have heard last year is going to be 100 times bigger in the months ahead. And August is going to be explosive from top to top. Now, with all that I want to say, Mr. Ashmufara preparing the generational wealth, preparing all the benefits for us, I just want to mention one Bible verse, not being religious, and that is Amos 9:13. Because for these generations or past generation, we don't really understand this verse. It says, yes, indeed, it won't be long now, God's decreeing. Things are going to happen so fast, your head is going to swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other, you won't be able to keep up. And this is exactly what we are facing in ONPASSIVE. We haven't done anything, but things are piling up. Mr. Ashmufara is bringing us from top to top. Before we can even plant, we are already eating the fruits, reaping the fruits. So everything is going to happen at one time. And everywhere you look is blessing. It's like wine pouring off the mountains and the hills. So I feel that for this generation, we are so blessed to see this verse coming alive in reality as we see things breaking forth. So the vision of Mr. Ashmufara, the vision of ONPASSIVE, making the world a better place, one person at a time, founders, affiliates, you and I are that person, one family at a time. Your family and my family is that very family that is so blessed. And then together, collectively, 1.4 million of us, we're going to touch 1.4 million persons at a time, 1.4 million families at a time, and several communities at a time, eradicating poverty as much as possible. And founders, tonight, the 1.4 million of us, Mr. Ashmufara says, we are his motivation. Mr. Ashmufara says, my name is Ashmufara, and I will conquer starvation in the world on the 12th of July this year. He also says we are fighters for you, for humanity. And he says he's not here to build his legacy, but to build our legacy to make the world a better place. Together, indeed, let's dream big and bigger. ONPASSIVE is a movement. I'm winding down. Mr. Ashmufara says his goal for ONPASSIVE is to be a beacon of hope for humanity. I am, and I believe in ONPASSIVE because God is in it. Mr. Ashmufara had acknowledged God openly and said that God has endorsed ONPASSIVE and God has given him triple power. The very vision of making the world a better place is his power. The 1.4 million of us, the early registrants, we are one of his power. And of course, the working team, the super executive, is also his power. This is his triple power, pushing him forward day and night, and giving him all the energy. When a man acknowledges God, it's humility, and God will exalt him in due time. His achievement will be divinely empowered, and ONPASSIVE will indeed make an impact in the world for many generations to come. Now, tonight, we're going to hear the heart of Mr. Michael Williams, AIM. Something about him. How can I introduce him? We know him in Webinas way back years before, and when he speaks, this is what I can catch about him. Michael's passion. We all know it's visible when he speaks. He is extremely passionate about ONPASSIVE. He is 100% devoted to ONPASSIVE. He is fully confident of the process of the journey and development of ONPASSIVE. This is the leader we have tonight with us. This is the leader that we have been observing, engaging, and listening to the last many years, at least for me in the last 2.5 years. We know he is a family man. And last night in the Webinar 360, he said that the leaders in ONPASSIVE that is leading us, just want to mention 1-2 lines. He says, we're not crazy. We're not stupid. We are not fools. We are sensible people with a vision. And why are we here? Year after year, month after month, day after day? Because he says, when we see something valuable, please listen. If you didn't hear him talk last night or yesterday, if you see something valuable, you will nurture it. You will protect it. You will water it, and you will flourish with it. So this is why he and many others are continuously 100% behind ONPASSIVE. There's also one more thing. This is all we can witness his personality and his passion. I would like to say a little bit more about him, and so I asked Debbie to tell me a little bit about Michael Williams, how we can introduce him tonight. And she said something very, very simple, and I thought about it a day, I thought about it 2 days, and last night I said to myself, I have and would like to repeat what Debbie said about Michael Williams. Debbie, I hope you don't mind. I'm not betraying you, but I just felt we need to know this man from you, from your very words. So I hope all of you are with me. Just take 1 minute, and the platform is Michael Williams. Michael, in the words of Debbie McCormick, he says, Mabel, Brother Michael is the simplest human in the ONPASSIVE journey. He said he's the easiest to get along with. She said, did I say he? She said, he is the easiest to get along with. She said, this is important now, don't come on with other noise. He said, just mention his name. He doesn't want anything special. Debbie said, he just wants to be here to help and empower us. Debbie says, he's here to share his knowledge of what we are in ONPASSIVE with one another. I hope for those of us who hear this, it wasn't meant to be repeated. It was just meant to say, here it is. Michael Williams is with us tonight. But I just felt all that Debbie said touched me deeply in my heart. And I know Michael a little bit more from this. Someone was saying, one judge was saying, humility is one of the strongest characteristic of a human. Tonight, Michael, we await, our hearts are open for you to touch us with your passion. Michael, all yours, and thank you for gracing us tonight with your presence, with your teaching, with your passion. Michael.
Thank you so much, Mabel. That's a different introduction. Thank you so much for that.
Yes. How do we?
I'm sitting here.
The host
listening,
got to
Mabel.
remove this. Sorry, the host got to remove. Are we seeing something? Just okay. Okay, go ahead.
No, yeah, your presentation is off screen now. Yeah, as I was sitting, listening and watching, I'm thinking, I could have just given AI what I wanted to say, and you guys could have just played that. And so that way I could be in more than one place at a time, is what I was thinking. Because this is great, to see John Barilla, what he had to say, using technology and to see what others had to say. I mean, this is fantastic. So
Yes.
we clearly see the direction that we're going in as a society, and unfortunately, we still have hundreds of millions of people, even billions, that are not connected, and hopefully that is something that we in ONPASSIVE will be able to change. To help others, be as connected as we are with technology, because there's a lot of good that technology is doing and is used for. And if we focus on that, we certainly, can help a lot more people that are in desperate need of that help. But thank you so much for having me here today. I'm just here to assist you in any way I can. Whatever you need of me, I'm here for that. And I trust that at the end, we will all walk away feeling better about our day, feeling better about ourselves, feeling better about our decisions that we've made to be in ONPASSIVE. And we walk away more confident than we are even right now. As we get a better understanding of this juggernaut that we are all a part of, because we are going somewhere, and that somewhere is definitely where I want to be, because it involves, reaching out and touching lives. And anytime you can do that in a positive way, there's nothing like it. There's nothing greater, I believe, than having a significant positive impact on others, So I'm gonna turn it back to you, Mabel, and you just guide me as you see fit.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. For a start, just in general, what do you think of the word passion? What is that? What is passion to you in terms of a definition to you? Are we interrupted by a spotlight or anything? No, huh?
Yeah, they want us on big screen. I like the little screen, Mabel.
Okay, Kumaran.
But anyways, I would say a strong, a very powerful burning desire for something. To me, that's what passion is. Obviously, there's, you can have negative passion, you can have positive passion, right? But we're here to focus on the positive. So definitely having a burning desire for something. It could be for someone, it could be a thing, etc. Right? But it's something where you feel compelled to do or to accomplish. That's passion to me.
Okay. What about your own passion? What drives you? What moves you? Your own passion, not yet about ONPASSIVE. What about you? What drives you?
It's always my family, right?
Wow.
So,
yes.
For me, it's, we do everything. My wife and I, we do everything for our children. I do everything for them, including my wife. To make sure that they are protected, make sure that they are provided for, make sure that they lived the life that I believe God intended for them. So there's nothing short, that I wouldn't do for them, right? So we go above and beyond. Yes, there's a lot of sacrifices involved, because in order to achieve in life, sacrifices have to be made. Sometimes you have to spend long hours working. Sometimes you have to travel. Sometimes you have to be away from your family. So there are sacrifices involved along the way, but everything that we do, all my activities are always have them in mind, because I live for them, right? I live for my family, and by extension of those who actually become a part of the family, then the same applies. And that's where we kind of cross over from the personal into the business side of things, because I feel the same way about people I meet along the way. If I connect with you, then there isn't much that I wouldn't do for you, and so I'm just kind of wired that way from from ever since, from growing up. It's just been something about me. This is one of the reasons why I love sports, Mabel. I love to win. I love to succeed. I love to cheer for others to succeed. I love to cheer for others to win. I just love winning. And so everything we do, it is about winning, right? Financially, it's about winning. To get people to where they belong, as far as being in a better financial state. That's winning to me, and that's important to me, right? So we're all about winning, Mabel.
So it's in it to win it really ring in your heart, right? In it to win it.
Absolutely,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely. That is such a true statement.
And all done deal. So you love to say the word, all the heavy lifting is done for us. So, to get all the benefits without sacrifice in this journey of ONPASSIVE, just waiting and being patient. Many of us work a whole lifetime of 40 years and we don't get what we want. And here we are just patiently waiting for the apples to drop. So,
well, that's the sad thing in life, Mabel, is that so many people end up in the grave without really accomplishing much. It's sad. I mean, life is for living. Like, people should be living, not existing. Not, well, yeah, I breathe, so I live. No, like living, right? Enjoying every single day, every moment of the day. Week, month, year, just enjoying life. Life is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be filled with happiness, with peace, with joy, with love. That's what life is supposed to be, but unfortunately it's not. But whatever you can do to help others see that other side of life the way it ought to be, then you should do it. If it's in your power to assist, then you certainly should. But unfortunately, majority of people, those who have the resources, just don't think that way.
wow. So blessed to be part of your family. And I know that ONPASSIVE has given us a global family, and we believe this is where we can support and build one another, peace, joy, and love. We now, Mr. Ash Mufara says, fill up your tank first with fuel, is exactly build up our family first. And this would be so satisfying for you. And then we gradually move out from family to relatives, to friends, to just people around us, and then the community. How do you think? What passion do you have for all blessed? That means yourself, your family is taken care of, presumably, in time. So what is your passion for all blessed before we speak about a little bit more about OBLESS. What is your passion for OBLESS? If you have time and the money, what would you do around OBLESS?
Well, I'm going to say, I'm going to say it this way, Mabel, and it is to see smiles on hundreds of millions of faces, right? And so, what does that look like, right? That's about helping people to have all that is good in life, right? Clean water, affordable and proper shelter, healthy foods, access to, I would say, good quality healthcare, being able to, bless the lives of those that are in need, have a significant impact on not just my community, my local community where I live, but globally, right? So in order to do all of that, certainly you need to have the access, you need to have the resources. And then when you have that, you will then go looking at, various foundations, creating jobs, so there is a lot to be done, Mabel, and I certainly believe that OBLESS will be that vehicle for not just myself, but for so many to be able to utilize to fulfill all of that. So it's not one particular thing, right? But we kind of have a roadmap, and it's filled with a lot of things that are there that I know that we'll be able to fulfill, because that's what the platform is designed for.
Actually, one is your very own passion. How would you spend your apples and your time, one? And another one is that how you think OBLESS in a bigger way, that means we're talking outside you now, but in the whole 1.4 million, eventually a few millions, because I believe even customers and the new affiliates can join OBLESS, not just the early registrants. So are we getting you your own passion and what ONPASSIVE can do to make the world a better place?
Yeah, and so the two is connected, right? Because whatever it is that I will do, I believe, the 1-point-something million, others will do the same, Mabel, because I think that we've developed the same mindset over time, right? In the beginning, I think we all kind of had our own way of thinking and what we're going to do and all this stuff. But I think our CEO has, creatively kind of help us focus on having the right mindset, where we're thinking beyond ourselves. And this is why he says, yes, once you're, once you've taken care of yourself and your family, to be able to reach out and help others. So I think a lot more people have come on board from that mindset. So as we look out to the globe, right, we know some numbers. We know, for example, like in America, there's over 160 million people that live in paycheck to paycheck. So what that means is that if the paycheck is gone, you just can't live, right? So we know that. We know globally there's under 6 billion, right? Around 5.6 billion to be exact, that live on $10 or less a day, right? So when we see all those things, Mabel, right, it tells us there's a vast need, right, that has not been fulfilled. And this is where ONPASSIVE through OBLESS can make a difference, because there's a lot of charities out there, right? Dr. Bill spent a lot of time helping in Kenya, as an example, right? So, we know that there's great organizations like Doctors Without Borders, UNICEF, Red Cross, and so on, that they also need more resources to be able to continue to help people live a better life. People have access to some of the things I mentioned before. right? So this is where Oh Bless comes in, that we as individuals, as we start to be in a better financial position, we can start to be that change, right? We can be the ones that, instead of depend on somebody else to do it, no, we can step up because we'll have the resource to be able to do so, and to be able to help as many people worldwide as possible. Because Oh Bless is a charitable giving platform, okay? It's not about how can Oh Bless help me, right? It's how can you use Oh Bless to help others, right? That's what it is. A lot of people think, oh, it's a crowdfunding platform, so I want to raise some money for myself, I'm gonna go and, no. It's how can we be a giver? How can we help? How can we support? How can we encourage? How can we provide, right? That's what Oh Bless is all about. And so when you tie your mission and your vision with ONPASSIVE's mission and vision, okay, then there's clarity, right? Then you have something that is so powerful that is, this is where we say failure is not an option. It's impossible. You can't have millions of people that are focused on the same common goal and it not be accomplished. Life just doesn't work that way. But when you're off on your own, trying to do your own thing, yeah, failure will come, right? But when you have such a huge group, right, working together for a common cause, it's very difficult for you not to come up, with solutions, not to come up with being a winner, right? So, this is what Oh Bless is going to do. And this is how we, all of us, not just me, all of us can participate to make it a reality.
Yes, even as you speak, I feel that Oh Bless is, when we ask about Oh Bless, what can Oh Bless do for the world? Oh Bless is actually us. The one, for a start at the beginning, is the 1.4 million of us. Brothers and sisters here, founders, affiliates. When we talk about Oh Bless, what can Oh Bless do to the world? It's actually us. Oh Bless is us. What is in our heart? What is in our passion? That is the goodness of it. So when we come together, so that's why we talk about passion. And then the passion will evolve into a mission, and it will hopefully evolve into a group. That means all the like-minded passion people will come together, and hopefully within, there will be many, many passion groups. And that is where let the passion groups roll out their plan to make the world a better place. And of course, in ways that you have just mentioned, clean water, healthy food, quality healthcare, and making the community better in every way, putting a smile, So this is where it's actually all up to us, isn't it, Michael? When you talk about Oh Bless, it's really all up to us. As much as we want people to share their passion, I just realize it's all up to us.
Absolutely, Mabel, absolutely. Because let's just take poverty, for example. Like that is a huge problem. That's a massive problem. Not just in so-called third world countries, but globally in every single country. There may be an exception of 1 or 2 countries, right? But literally in 200 countries around the world, poverty exists, right? Even in America, poverty does exist, okay? It exists. And so, what can we do about that, right? So you're absolutely right about us, being Oh Bless, because we will have the ability to bless the lives of others, right? And not just, here's a $10 or here's $1,000 or no, right? Because that's not meaningful. Giving somebody, some money, it's not meaningful, right? Because you don't know what that person will do with it. You don't know how, will that person just use it up and it's gone and now they're back to the same situation that they were in prior? No. you want to change that individual's life. And when to go about doing that, you have to make provisions so that they now have something for life. They have help for life, meaning they in turn can now help themselves for life, right? That's how you make a difference. That's how you solve some of these problems, not by putting a Band-Aid on it, right? No, we want to get to the root cause, and we want to turn that person now, instead of being a taker, now they become a giver.
Yes.
Right. And this is how you get that multiplication factor come in, because we started out with one person, our CEO, one person, right? And that multiplied to 10,000, to 50,000, 500,000, to 1 million. It multiplies. And it will continue to grow, Mabel. Once we start selling products, you're going to see a massive change as far as growth, right? You're going to see, we're going to have 1 million customers, 2 million customers, 20 million customers, 200 million customers. We're going to have to see more and more people using ONPASSIVE products because it just makes sense to do so, right? So all of that is going to contribute to us being able to be passionate about what we want to do in life, for us to be able to fulfill whatever that passion may be that drives us each day, right? All of that is going to happen, shortly, right? We're on the verge of that, Mabel. So I'm really glad that we're having this discussion today, because it's something that founders need to think about. Think about what is it if money was no longer an issue, right? What is it that you would actually do? Like, what would you do, right? Who would you help? Who would you support, right? Whose life would you impact? Think of your neighbors, people right around you. We don't have to start, people love to think, oh, let's go to Africa and go help those poor children, blah, blah, blah. Why? Wherever you are, there are people right there in your community that need help, right? And so as you start to help those individuals, it's going to mushroom. We don't always have to think, oh, let's go across the pond, let's cross the ocean, let's go. Right there in your backyard, people need help. Because guess what? We have people on every continent, right? We have people in every country that are in ONPASSIVE. So they will be in a position to start help their local community, and that is going to spread right around the globe. We just have to make sure that people have the right mindset. And this is one of the reasons why it's a good thing that we've had these 5 years to help people change the way they think.
Yes.
Right? It's said, as a man thinketh, so is he, right? Like, as people think, the way you think, that's who you are, right? Because it's going to show, it's going to come out. You can try and hide it as much as you want to hide it, right? But eventually, the truth always emerges, right? So we want to help people start to think better, to care about each other, because then that in turn is going to spill over even from the business side of things, right? And so that's what I love about ONPASSIVE. It's taken a massive business and break it down into a family, component, right? Which is a good thing. So start with your family, branch out from there, and then you're going to see that same love, that same passion spread around the globe.
Yes, I can testify that. Can you imagine, let's say for me, when I joined 2020, and soon in 2021, it launched. But I find that I have grown so much from 2020 to here, exactly what you said about mindset. Actually God and Mr. Ashmufara is giving us time to grow our mindset before launch, or else I tell you, wealth can destroy a person.
Absolutely.
If it comes too quick, without you even realizing and knowing, it can totally destroy. We have heard so many people striking a lottery, whether it's 1 million or 5 million, and they spend it in 2 years, and they are worse than before they had a lottery, strike a lottery. So really, I think we need to use this time that we have be it the last 2 years or even in the next month or two ahead, to get ready for the apples, that it not destroy us, but to use it for the glory of everyone around us. So just now you were saying, Michael, about bringing smile, bringing smile to those around you. Michael, it's only tonight with you I'm speaking a little bit more than other time. Okay, this is what you are drawing out of me, Michael. And I'm saying that we have videos, YouTube, all, there's a gentleman going around giving 500, giving 1,000 to people on the street, and how that 500 brought a smile and almost like an open heaven to this person who is. He said, I couldn't believe, are you sure you're giving me 500 just to answer a simple question? So when you talk about bringing a smile to a person, let's not talk about bringing a smile to the person permanently, but even if you can bring a smile to a person for one day, I think it would have brought some healing to that person. So when we're talking about we're walking the street, the person who put petrol in your car, instead you can give a $5 or a $10 tips instead of 50 cents or $1, and the person will be shocked. But that will bring that, you know what that smile is, affiliates? That smile is a smile of hope. It's a smile of hope, and a hope can bring a lot more into a person's life. More importantly, is really healing. We can open this up for many more to share about passion. I think you have drawn, I hope you are stirring a lot of hearts tonight, Michael, as you have stirred mine. My team would confirm that I usually don't talk so much. Okay, I just ask the question and let you fire on. I have one more.
But before you move on, Mabel, right? And it's not just financially also how you can put a smile on someone's face, right? Like, we can be more kind to people, right? Just think about it. You're going into a building, and others are behind you. You open the door, and instead of just open the door and walk in, you kind of hold the door for others to go in. That easily put a smile on people's face. It's simple, like my wife always says, the little things, right? It's the little things, right? These are things that we can do, and you don't know how that will impact that person's day. Maybe that person was going to go do something bad, and because you put a smile on their face, they're going to have a change of mind. They change what they're going to do, and now they end up not doing that bad thing. You know what I mean? As we go through life, and this is what I talk about, living, right? And having fun every single day, right? Is all these things, every person that we come in contact with, if we can walk away from that person and that person feels better, just the fact that you interacted with them. Well, however that interaction, it could have been, you send a text to someone, and all of a sudden it brightens your day. Like this morning, I received a message from Chris Johnson, right? And it made me laugh, right? And again, how does that impact your day? To start off, laughing, start off smiling, as opposed to you're starting off with a frown, you're starting off thinking about the cares of life, all these things, right? So, this is the thing, that these little things that we can do in life will have a much, I would say, a profound impact on someone's day, like just for that day. Maybe the next day is going to be bad, but you know what? For that day, you made them smile. For that day, they were happy. For that day, they had a moment. You understand? And who knows? Maybe the next day, they in turn will do that for someone else, right? And that gets passed on, and that may go viral, right? So this is the thing, Mabel. There's so much that we can do in life, but for whatever reason, we just don't. We just think, it's not going to make a difference. Why bother? All these things. But I'm telling you, you'll be surprised when you start to to do kind things for others, you'll be surprised how somehow, some way, great things starts to happen in your life. Somehow other people start to do kind things for you. You're not doing it because that's your expectation. Now, that's a totally different thing, right? But you're just doing it because you think it's the right thing to do. You're doing it because that's who you are, right? So if you start to practice, walk that way, talk that way, be that way, right? Then you become that. You understand? What you engage in the most is literally what you become, right? So if you start to do that, Mabel, and this is what a lot of founders have been doing for the past 5 years, coming out of the comfort zone, talking more than they normally would speak, right? Having webinars where they've never done a webinar before, having a YouTube channel, putting themselves out there, helping founders with issues that they have, all these things that people are doing that they've never done before. Like, if people really stop to think what ONPASSIVE has done as a movement, they will see it's done so much good in people's lives right now before anyone even received a penny. That's a good thing, Mabel, because when the penny starts to flow, and ONPASSIVE don't deal in pennies, by the way, I'm just using that as an analogy, right? When the penny starts to flow, right? Or you like to say apples, okay, right? when it starts to flow, you know what I mean? Then people will be wiser, right? People will be better stewards, right? Of that, better caretakers of that which they receive. And they will not end up like those that you've mentioned, winning a lottery and all these things, and how people have died because they won the lottery. It has happened. You understand? So we want to be wise. We want to be knowledgeable. All these things. People, imagine someone, they've never seen $1 million in their life, right? Not even $1 million. They've never seen $10,000 in their bank account in their life, ever, because there are billions of people who've never experienced that. Just $10,000. I mean, there are people who make $10,000 in a day, but there are billions of people who've never seen $10,000 sitting in a bank account. Can you imagine what that person will do if they see $10,000 in their bank account tomorrow? What would they do? Would they lose their mind? Would they, spend it foolishly? Would they just throw it away? Would they gamble it away? Like, you understand? So it's important that we have the right mindset. This is why it's very difficult for poor people to become rich. It's very difficult, right? Because a lot of it has to do with the mind. There's a lot of psychology behind all of that. This is why people who are rich, they get richer, right? A lot of it is up here. It's the way we think, right? It's the way we conduct ourselves. It's about the things that we do, the things that we're exposed to. ONPASSIVE is helping all of us with that. If we just open our eyes and take a look, you just take a look, right? And see some of the things that have been done in ONPASSIVE. Here's a company that's giving away cars to its employees. They don't have to do that, right? Giving away, iPhones and laptops, and company doesn't have to do all of that. But guess what? The company's teaching us how to give, Mabel. Give, even though you don't have to do it, you can do it, right? That's what so all of a sudden now you've taken care of yourself and your family. You don't have to give anybody anything. You don't have to help anyone. But because we've seen the examples of the company doing this, when they didn't have to do it, we now develop that habit of saying, you know what? Yeah, let me go check on my neighbor. Are they okay? Are they in need? How can I, make their life better? What can I do for them? Maybe they have children in universities and it's a struggle to pay the school fees, and who knows what's going on in their lives? But most of us don't talk to our neighbors. At least not on this side of the world anyways. I have neighbors around me, and we don't, you may say hi on the street, but that's about it, right? But to actually know what's going on in other people's lives. ONPASSIVE is teaching us all of this if we only pay attention. right? If we only pay attention. So there's so much that we are actually gaining from being in this company. But because we're so focused on apples, we're so focused on, well, I need money now. Well, you need money last year and you're still here today. You need money 2 years ago and you're still here today. You need money 3 years and you're still, you understand, right? The solution is once you get this guy up here right, the entire world opens up to you. The world of finance opens up to you. The world of abundance opens up to you. Once you get this guy up here right, you have to, because if it isn't right, the money will come and the money will go, right?
Yes, I hope everyone is listening, and what a mentor, Michael, you are. We were talking about apples, we were talking about smile, we were talking about money, and then the smile, he switched us to a essential character change, personality change that is more important. That was what he was talking about the last 5 minutes, or all those of us who are listening. That it's not just money make the world go round, but it is ourself, our kindness that first will launch forth that can bring a smile, just to lift up somebody or to smile with someone, a smile to a smile. So he is so right to say that the personality change first is so important. Personality, character before money, you know. So what an important thing that he has brought up to us. Don't just think of apples. Don't just think of money. Think of the mindset change. And of course, we totally agree with you, embrace that, because Passion Singapore, Malaysia Global is about nurturing mindset and leadership for OBLES, for passion. So I find that, just like we have just said, you know, the waiting is actually for our mind to hit the right note, to change, to realize the waiting and the time and the exercise of giving is really opportunities to change us. So, and of course, I'm so glad I stood up last night, 2 a.m. to listen to you talk. You may have spoken in other times, but it just hit me. If you find something valuable, he says, then you will protect, you will nurture, you will water it. And that's what I think exactly you have done and all the leaders have done. We found ONPASSIVE and we're here to protect, to nurture, but actually the waiting is changing us for good. I think, can I move you to give us one very important thing that we always speak about in this webinar, and that is one character trait, one leadership trait or virtue, or you think that character that will help us move forward in life, or to fulfill our passion, or to fulfill OBLES. What would you choose as something very important to have as trait, as a trait?
I'm going to say love, right? As in love your neighbor, right? Now, I'm going to say love your neighbor the same way that you would want to be loved, right? You have to have unconditional love, right? Like you have to want to do things with no expectation, right? Meaning you're not doing something because you're expecting something in return, right? Like, you know, some people celebrate Christmas, that's fine. And they'll give a gift because they're expecting to get a gift back, right? You know, that's not, you know, you didn't do it in love. You know what I mean? You did it because, well, if I give you a gift, I know, okay, you'll give me a gift back. And so the reason you gave the gift is because you're expecting to get something back. I'll give you an example. I was on the plane recently, a few days ago, and the person that was sitting beside me, you know, when they came around and was offering something, to eat, and she wanted something, and but they only accept cards. You know, it has to be a credit card. They don't accept debit cards. They don't take cash. It has to be a credit card to buy food on the plane. And she didn't have any cards, but she had cash to pay. But so they said, sorry, we can't help you, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm hearing this. So naturally, you know, I took my card and it says, here you go, right? And so I paid for what the person wanted. And so they were giving the card back to her because they thought it was her card. And I was like, actually, no, it's my card, thank you. And I put the card away. And they, the flight attendants, you know, they decided to give me a gift, right? Because I gave, you know, my card to pay for this person. I wasn't expecting any gift. I didn't want anything in return, right? I only did it simply because she wanted something to eat. And, you know, this is like a 5-hour flight. And, you know, she had no way of paying for it because she only had cash, right? And so that's doing something unconditional, right? Like there's no condition behind it. I wasn't expecting anything in return for it. It's just something I felt to do, right? So I decided to do it. Now, you know, will I do that every single time? I don't know, but this is what happened recently, and this is how it played out. So we can do things in life without expecting anything. And as I said earlier, sometimes you do something and then something comes right back to you without you had any expectation at all for it, right? So I think when we practice love, as in loving our neighbor, loving others, you know, it opens up a whole new world for people. You know, love is something that is important in this life. You know, you quoted the good book earlier, Mabel, right? And so the good book says God is love, is, right? No, that's something that people say, well, maybe that's an error. What do you mean God is, right? You know what I mean? And so it doesn't say that he has love or have love. It says he is. That's who God is, right? So think about that for a minute. Think about if you as an individual, right? If you are love, meaning everything that you do is about love, like everything, right? Because that's who you are. Everything that you do, if I do this, if I do that, all my actions all come from a place of love. Think of how different the impact you would have on people's lives if that's what you're doing all the time. You're not saying thank you to someone, you know, because you expect something in return. You're not opening a door for someone because you expecting them to say thank you to you. You know what I mean? You're not doing something for someone because it's what they're gonna do for you. Can you imagine what the world will be like if that's our mindset, right? And this is what ONPASSIVE is basically putting out there. ONPASSIVE is love. Everything that ONPASSIVE is doing, ONPASSIVE is building your future, my future, our future. Now, does ONPASSIVE expect anything in return? ONPASSIVE will generate billions upon billions of dollars, and ONPASSIVE will give away that money, right? They'll give it away. Why? Does the company have to do it? Is the company looking for people to say, oh, Mr. Ash, we love you. Oh, Mr. Ash, you're a nice guy. Oh, Mr. Ash. He's not looking for any of that, right? I had the opportunity to have my daughter and I, we were in Orlando, you know, a week ago, I think, right? And, or so, right? Around a week ago. And, you know, we were able to meet up with them and have dinner with them, you know, and again, wasn't expected, right? Wasn't expected, you know, but it happened and we had a nice fellowship, right? He met my daughter for the first time. And the next night, you know, we had dinner again, right? Again, wasn't expected because I had plans. We were going to do something else. But again, plans change, right? And so, did he have to do that? He could, what? I had dinner with you one night. That's good. You're good, right? You're happy. Yeah, we had a great time. But let's do it again another night. And it wasn't planned that night. It was around 7 o'clock, right? I received a message saying, did you eat yet? Don't eat anything, right? I'm working on something. This is what we're gonna do. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, but I kind of have plans already, right? So I changed my plans, of course, to meet up with them. And then to my surprise, okay, guess what? His wife, the kids, we had a nice fellowship, right? Again, I'm saying all of this to say that love, right? Love. He didn't have to do it, right? As I said, one night was enough. We didn't have to do 2 nights. It just wasn't necessary. But again, going above and beyond, doing things unconditionally, right? This is how we ought to live, right? And I'm sure every single day that I was there in ONPASSIVE, in Orlando, if it was possible, he would have met with me every single. You understand? That's the type of person that he is. That's what ONPASSIVE is about, right? Is not being normal, not doing what people expect, not taking the easy road, because he's extremely busy, right? But still take the time out of that busy schedule to do that, right? Again, making impact, making a difference in people's lives, right? This is the first time my daughter's meeting him. Okay, this is my first time my daughter meeting his family. Okay, what impact did I have on her walking away? What does she think at her young age about ONPASSIVE? You understand? So this is what we're talking about: passion, love, right? Being a giver, not a taker, right? All these things, they're all connected, right? Or as Julie would say, all interconnected, right? This is ONPASSIVE, folks. You are in a company like no other. You're in a company that is doing things completely different. And that's important, because if ONPASSIVE was doing things the same way like everybody else, guess what? You and I are going to get the same results as before, which is what? Usually I join a company, I do well in the company, I bring some folks along with me. Some of them do well, but the majority of them don't do well. That's just reality, okay? Those are the results that we're going to get. That's not what I'm looking for. As I said from the beginning, I love to win. And winning for me is helping other people win, right? That's true winning, right? Why would you want to win by yourself? That's why I love team sports. Why you want to win by yourself, right? You want to win together, because the celebration, when you're by, who are you going to celebrate with? You're the only one that won. Who are you going to celebrate with? You're gonna bring the people that who didn't win and say, hey, come celebrate my winnings. You know what I mean? Come celebrate my win. Isn't it much better that as a team, think of a basketball team. They just won the NBA championship, and you've seen the champagne and all this celebration going on, and people are like, right? A football team, they just won, the championship, right? Rugby team, soccer team. Think of all these teams when they win and the celebration that occurs. Isn't it much more contagious when there's so many people involved as opposed to just one person or just a few? It makes a huge difference, right? And that's what we have in ONPASSIVE, to have millions upon millions of people put in a position to win finally. Because the majority of these people, they just don't win in life. There are people who played sports and have never won a championship, ever. And there are some great people who have played sports and never won a championship, right? I remember when I was in high school and we won a championship, right? Maybe grade 10 or something like that. And I remember the coach saying, you guys need to cherish this win, because you may never win another championship in your life. Like, never mind, grade 11, grade 12, university, blah, blah, blah. So you may never win. And that is true for a lot of people. You understand? So here we finally have an opportunity to win, Mabel, because you talked about working for 40 years and all these things. People have gone through life, right? Now they're 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old, even 80 years old, right? And have just never been in a situation where they can say, you know what? I've truly won, right? I'm a winner. ONPASSIVE is ensuring that every single person that is connected with us can walk away saying that I am a winner. I have succeeded because of ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE has put me in a position, right, that I can take care of myself and my family. I can provide for them. I can give them what God intended for them from the very beginning. I can provide for them what they need in life to live. As I said, not to exist. This is what ONPASSIVE is doing for people. And how does it go about doing it? Through the products, Mabel, right? You can't just, believe it or not, folks, you can't just give money away like that, okay? Yeah. There are governing bodies that will tell you, no, that's a no-no, no, we don't want you to do that. And they'll, make a, it's another conversation, right? The point is, if you want to give away billions of dollars, one of the best way to do it is to do it through the sales of products. And you can pay out commissions any way you see fit, right? I've sold this product, and from that, we have to take some money, for the production, manufacturing, make sure the company is sustainable, all of that stuff. But then there's profit, because that's the goal, is when you're in business, you want to be able to have a profit, right? So now this profit that is there, do I just put it in my bank account? Do I go invest it and make more money for myself or my family? Or do I give it away? Now, how can I can structure the business in such a way that I can legally give this money away. And so we call it commissions. Yeah. Right. And so O Domain, O Academy, O Staff, O Net, O Bless, O Connect, O Tracker, Overt, all these different things, different products, okay, are legal ways to be able to give money away. People have to start thinking like that. Start thinking that all these products that we see, that we have, real products that have real application that people will use and they will pay for them, okay? They're legal ways for you to receive money in your pocket. ONPASSIVE is brilliant. Brilliant.
We just did a song, Jeffrey, right? ONPASSIVE is the way. ONPASSIVE is the only way, some said, So you were saying love. Just want to touch, just now you were saying win as a team. Jeannie was telling us recently, collective success is the most sweet success to have collectively. So love, when you talk about love, it talks about not asking for anything in return. That means you are actually, Michael, you are a blessing going everywhere, waiting to happen. Because you're not expecting anything, touching something and just making a smile and just making someone happy without expecting. So that is really unconditional love. Can we just spend a little time, whether it's 5 minutes or so? Can you, before I open it for the rest to share on this topic or anything that they've been so touched by what you are sharing today, can you give us a few updates for this week? I know Passion is so passionate now, but I still need to put all of us update. Do you have an update for us today?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say update, because, you know, all of us need to pay attention, right? All of us need to, you know, log into our OES, log into our old founders. All of us, you know, should attend, you know, webinars like this, you know, 360, the various lives, you know, Ron and Lynn and Julie, or Rob and Lynn, sorry. And you know, Julie and myself and one
Comfort,
like people,
Comfort,
yeah,
Deep
all
Dive,
of them, yeah,
Dream Team.
there's so many. This is why we, you know, need to log in, and when we go on their webinars in the old founders, you know, we're able to see all the various ones, you know, Team Champion, you know, all the different ones that are there, you know, that we ought to, you know, attend when we can. No one is saying that you should spend every waking moment on a webinar platform, not at all. But certainly by doing so, I mean, you never know who shows up on these things as a guest. You never know what information is shared. But we also have some founders, you know, like Daryl Cook, Peter Suhr, you know, and others, you know, that take the time to do a recap for us. You know, and they post it inside updates in old founders. You know, so I think, you know, if people, you know, want to be updated, they really should pay attention to those areas, because we have it, so we should use it. And then, you know, even the webinar that Mr. Ash was on recently, that recording is posted there, so people can go and listen to that and hear what was said. You know, the contest is still ongoing. You know, popular demand, people wanted it, here it is, okay, you have it, utilize it. It's available until August 6th, right? We just have to stay plugged in, Mabel, you know, pay attention to your business, because this is something that is going to change your life the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a one-day change, a one-week change, or one-year change. This is a permanent change. This is what you're looking for. All we need is ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is that last business that we'll ever need. So we just need to stay glued to it. Let's not focus on dates. Let's not focus on, okay, it's August now, and so the CEO said, you know, just know that we are in the right place. We're with the right company. We have the right people at the helm of this ship. You know, we are on a mission. There's no doubt about that. We will succeed in our mission. We will accomplish it. We will win, right? And because we will win, that means you will win, because you are part of we. You're part of us, right? The company, ONPASSIVE, will win. You know, all of us who took the time, you know, to share, you know, to help people prepare themselves. You know, this webinar that you guys do, I mean, this is fantastic. You know, people need to just stay plugged in, Mabel, and knowing that ONPASSIVE is here to stay. COVID did not, you know, get rid of ONPASSIVE, right? A lot of companies, by the way, a lot of companies became bankrupt, right, during, you know, those 2 years, 2020, 2021, right? Gone by the wayside, right? Yet ONPASSIVE, you know, as a launch to the public, is still standing, and not just standing, but we have grown, right? We've gotten bigger. We've built better relationships, more relationships, powerful relationships, right? That we've been able to partner with. You know, we are going places. People need to take a look at all those things. Don't just focus on, okay, when is money going to be put into my wallet? I click on wallet and there's nothing there. Well, there's actually something there, but I click on it and there's not what I expect, what I'm looking for, right? See, connect the dots, right? Connect the dots. See everything that the company has done from day one, right? We have a track record, right? We have a track record. Back here in 2018, there was nothing, not even a website, right? Okay, now we have multiple websites, right? Blogs and all this fancy stuff, right? We did not have a product in 2018 that we can use. Okay, how many of us have actually been on OConnect? Tens of thousands of people, right, have been on an OConnect webinar, right? How many people have actually used it themselves, meaning they hosted a meeting on there, whether it's 2 people, 3, 5, 500, right? How many people have done that? It's real. How many people have sent an email message using OMail? It's real. How many people have trimmed a URL using OTrim? It's real. You understand, folks? We have to connect the dots, see the pieces, knowing that this is not easy, right? Because this is one of the things that I've learned, Mabel. Years ago, we started Automatic Internet Millionaire, and our goal was to basically do it for people. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Okay, I'm doing well in this company, right? Things are great, having a great life, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but why aren't people achieving the same as me? What's different about me than them? Okay, well, maybe if I teach them what I know, then that will make a difference. So I started to teach people, show them how to do exactly what I do. Thinking, okay, now I'm going to duplicate myself, right? It's not true. It doesn't work, right? You are you, right? You, Mabel, could never be me. I could never be you. It just doesn't work that way, right? We think it does, but it doesn't. You can imitate me, but you're still not going to be me, right? I can imitate you, but I still will not be you, right? So that was my thinking, that I'm just going to teach people, educate people, show people all these things. It's just not true, right? It just doesn't work that way, okay? We're all unique. We're all different. Yes, we're same as far as, you cut me, you cut you, same blood, right? So we're the same from that standpoint. We're all one race, the human race, blah, all of that. But we're different though, each and every one of us. Someone that comes from the same country I come from, we're still different. Someone that lives right beside me, we're still different, right? Same neighborhood, still different. Make the same income as me, still different. You understand? So then it was a eureka moment when I was like, the only way to help people really succeed is to do it for them. It's to do it for them, right? It's the only way. And this is where the whole idea of automation comes in. If we can automate the process, Mabel, right? If we can automate the process, now I can help you win, right? Because we're not all salespeople, right? We all can't sell. People sell, you go to a car dealership. Okay, well, where's Tommy? Tommy was here last time I came. Nope, Tommy's no longer working with us, right? It's a high turnover industry. Why? Because people can't sell. Because if you could sell, why would you leave that job? You just continue to sell more cars and more cars. You understand? Right? You're making your living. People can't sell. And so when you automate the sales process, this is where Catmo comes in. Catmo's still alive, folks. Okay? When you automate the process, when you, like, for example, look what you guys did at the beginning of the meeting, right? John Burrell didn't have to say a word, right? Here you have technology doing it for him, right? It's being done. So here's that person who says, you know what? Oh, I can't speak, I can't talk, I don't know how to this. No problem. We can automate it, right? And here it is. So we're able to watch John on screen, right? And hear the voice speaking and hear the words. You understand? It was automated, right? So this is what you do to really help people succeed. You have to automate the process, right? You have to do it for it, because that's basically what you're doing it for them, right? And that's where that moment came in, that no, we have to put something together whereby, we can really help people by not just teaching them, right? You still want to teach them, you still want to educate them, you still want to show them, but that's not going to make them successful. It will make them more equipped, right? They'll certainly have more knowledge, right? They'll have a better understanding of the process, but it doesn't mean that they can go out there and go do it. Doesn't. Okay. Years ago, I was with a company, right? And this is my corporate hat. I was with a company, and there was a whole bunch of, they hired, all of us out of university, right across the country. Okay. And so they brought us into the head office, trained all of us. We all learned the same stuff, the same scripts, all these things, right? All of us, right? And then, okay, guys, go back to your region, go do your thing, right? And then a year comes, some of them are gone already. They didn't even last the whole year, Mabel. But we all learned the same things. You understand? We got the same training, everything, right? Then, there's numbers. Okay, some people did 1 million plus, some people did, right? We didn't have the same results. Some were more successful than others. Why couldn't all of us be successful? Why could all of us achieve the same level of success? If we all had the same training, we're all taught the same information. You understand? But yet we didn't, though, because now you have to go apply it. So it's one thing to gain all this knowledge, but if you can't apply it, and this is where most people fail, they can't apply the information. But here, the beauty about this digital age is that we can use technology to apply it, right? So now we're able to solve that, right? And this is what ONPASSIVE is doing for people, right? Our CEO says it's a done deal. Do it or die. Because it is a done deal, right? The technology that we have can automate the entire process for people.
Wow.
So now you get to win, I get to win, people in Papua New Guinea gets to win, people in Vietnam get to win, people in America, all around the world, you get to win as long as you're in, right? As long as you're in. That's the beauty, Mabel. And so this is what people have to understand with ONPASSIVE.
Thank you.
It stops right here. Success is yours because it stops right here. Okay, the madness stops right here. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Whether it's little time or more time, let's open the floor. Ginny, help to see, get some people to speak. Okay,
Yes.
Raj came on first. Raj?
Yes.
Just a few minutes, Raj. I know.
Raj, I know you're so excited.
Yeah, you're gonna help us. Just a short one. Come, Raj.
Yeah, please unmute.
Unmute. Jeannie, you take over.
Please unmute, Raj.
Yeah. Good evening. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the galaxy of intellectual. What explosive, electrifying, mesmerizing, super duper, incredible, awesome, brainstorming, exceptional, outstanding, awesome, all-time best. Today was really Michael Williams, sir. Michael Williams, sir, really today international hero. What a champion! You are really hero. James Bond style. I love your each and every setting. Awesome, sir. Yes, I would like to say that ONPASSIVE is a complete internet solution, massive movement, and it is going to reshape the planet. Yes, we are in safe hand. What a gorgeous diamond CEO, a magnetic brain. But Mr. Michael Williams, sir, I want to ask one question. You have told in December 2022, a big hurricane, a financial tsunami is coming in the arena of ONPASSIVE universe. Yes, that was 100, not 100, 1000% confidence, belief, trust. My dear friends, this is completely done deal. In it and win it. So my question is that, sir, this is August month. Each and everything is done deal. We are completely accomplishing perfectly. Even the Mr. S, our CEO told, done deal. Okay, can you expect? Yes, can you feel the aroma of flavors of financial tsunami? Because we are sitting on the apples of volcano. Is it going to burst? in the August month. This is my question, sir. Is it going to burst volcano of Apple in the August month?
Okay, my friend. I got the question. I got the question, right? And so if you listen to the 360 yesterday, where I gave the example of me leaving here to go to see Chris Johnson in Michigan, and we talked about it would take me 4 hours to get there, and what could happen along the way. So now it's 5 hours, and what else could happen? Now it's 6 hours, and so on, right? That's real business, okay? That's how business works. Business isn't, okay, this date and this happened and boom, and this is real business, real life, okay? How things are working out when you haven't done something before, right? If you've done it before, then yeah, you can say, okay, it's going to take me 90 days to do this. It's going to take me another 6 months to do this, because you've done it before, or someone has done it before and you're using their example, right? If it has not been done before, then it takes a totally different spin. That's why you can't have any fixed dates. All we need to know is that, will we achieve our goal? Will we get the end results that we're looking for? And if we know that to be true, then we're happy. We can sit back and relax. Yes, we know the cares of life can get us, right? And people can go through financial hardship and all these things. But the company can't say, you know what? Let's just do it right now. Let's just start to sell right now. And all of a sudden you're starting to sell, but how can we pay these people commissions? So, you know, you're gonna, oh yeah, I have all this money sitting in my wallet, but I can't receive it. Then you're gonna have people complaining about that. Oh, this is a this and this is a that, and we're all, come on, folks, let's think. Remember, I talked about the mindset. Let's think, right? And see what makes sense. It makes more sense to make sure everything is ready. So when we open the door, this is why I talk about that tsunami. Because when we open the door, because everything is ready, everything is good to go, things can only move in a very rapid upward movement, right? Because everything has been done prior. Not, well, let's try this, nope, let's try, nope, and keep resetting, okay? So do yourself a favor, right? Do not focus on any date that anyone says. I don't care if the CEO says it. I don't care if it's our COO says it. I don't care if it's me that said it. I don't care who says it, okay? Do yourself a favor. Don't focus on any dates whatsoever. All you need to know is that we are moving in the right direction. Progress is being made because we can see it with our eyes, okay? And we're going to be so blessed that, I don't know, you're going to be beside yourself when the time comes. All right. So let's just enjoy the moment for now.
Oh, great answer, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Please,
Michael.
I want to add one more question. Please give me just 1 second, please. Yeah. Mr. Michael Williams, sir, he told that even we will get $1,000, that will be surprised. I also
okay, so let me just stop you right there, my friend. Okay, hold on, my friend. Let me stop you right there. Okay, we're not going to talk about anybody receiving this amount of money or that amount of money, any of that stuff. Just understand. No. Just understand that we will be in a position to take care of ourselves. We'll be in a position to take care of our family. And we'll be in a position to bless other people's lives. That's it. That's all we need to know. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Raj.
Yeah, love compassion. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Raj.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, next, can we have Mr. John Barela, please?
Yes. Hello, everybody, and I'll be brief.
Thank you, John.
I'm always brief. I have no questions for Michael, but I do want to praise Michael a little bit and thank him very much for today. And I hope, folks, he's so good at what he does when he presents and he tells us what things are, how we feel, how we should feel, where we're going. I appreciate that. Thank you, Michael, very much. I hope you folks were listening carefully today because there was so much valuable information for us. I just want to make a couple quick points. One about OBLES, whether it's in a big way or a small way, stay engaged, stick around, even in the future. We're not going anywhere. People could even ask me personally, there are ideas about large OBLES ideas and also what Michael was talking about a little bit, the small ideas. We can all help people with acts of kindness. So don't be worried about what am I going to do when we move on? What are we going to do about OBLES? Don't worry about it. Information will be there and you can help with a lot of things. The only other thing I want to say is updates. People keep asking for updates. And I would just like to say, at this point, where we are right now, we're updated. We're ready. And we don't need to wonder about what day, what time, how much. These are questions that should be irrelevant. That's all I have to say, except I want to tell everybody what I say every time is stay engaged. Continue to go into your OES and your O-Founders back office every day, and you will know a lot of things that you don't think you know or you think you need to ask about. So thank you for coming, folks. Hey, and our numbers today were over 300 at some time. So keep spreading the to have folks come and join us here every week. That's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for keeping it brief and also for the report of the numbers. And this, we have to thank all the international leaders who are here who help us boost the number. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for your support. So, okay, next we have Dr. Patience. Dr. Patience.
Thank you, Jeannie, Mabel, everybody joined the host on this platform. Wow. Let me see, we've missed our brother Michael. I know he was out with the family. Family is important, right? You can see that he's a family man. He's somebody that speaks with passion, love. You can see for his delivery. And it's a testimony for how many people came today because we have not seen him for a while. But as I said, whenever he speaks, I get into trouble. But I'm happy that there's no more founding position. I've told him this so many times. When he speaks with passion, with the delivery of his passion, with the love, his unconditional love to support everybody, I always get myself in trouble. And now I just said, I am blessed. I remember one time, I don't know where he remembers, and I asked him why ONPASSIVE. I said, because for me, when I heard ONPASSIVE, it was just a done deal for me. I just come and quickly get into one account. And when I heard hear Michael speak, I add. Enter hear Michael speak, I add. Enter hear Michael speak. Thank God I cannot add anymore, right? But I told him that I was just coming to ONPASSIVE, trusting a digital. I just had digital, great. Automated, great. I don't need to sell anything, great. So I told him that I joined because I was just looking for residual income, maybe $200 here, $500 here to continue my charity work. He said, do you think that's what I will come to a business for that? It's not quarterly number, but just that assurance. I'm like, whoa, that my dream just escalated. I don't even know if I'm going to handle it, but I want to say that what Queen Debbie said about my brother Michael here, it is the truth. Sorry, Brother Michael, I'm going to embarrass you a bit. Yes, he's selfless. He tried to come across tough, but he's not tough, right? The love for people, the passion for people, the passion that everybody should succeed, will not let him push that toughness. I know he knows what I'm talking about. He will throw the towels and, hey, patient, you've come again with your troubles. And that is the person he is. But what did they say today is that, Sister Mabel, you keep doing what you're doing here. Brother Michael, thank you. Let me tell you, you said that we've automated everything. I see Brother Kumaran here is the king of automation. Right now, we're going to clone you, Brother Michael. We're just going to automate you and put you on all these platforms. Okay, and at least you'll be in 10 webinars at the same time because Kumaran is going to do his magic with AI, and we'll have you all over the place. And I'm just happy that I was here today. Let me tell you, the delivery today, I am all over the place because my passion, yes, love. For me, love, unconditional love is the thing. Giving without expecting anything is really a key, people. I think I've shared here that if you just cover your fist, Cover your fist, see whether anything will come inside. Open it. It's coming, it's going, but it's continually coming in. So let's keep doing what we have to do for each other. Successful communal success is the key, and that's the ONPASSIVE spirit. Thank you, Brother Michael. Wow, I've missed you, but August, you've come in fire, 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 and I've been following you all through August to get my fire back in, because you are the only person that can fire me, because you speak with passion and it comes through your delivery. I'll stop now because I know we don't have time, but if we had time, I'll have another conversation with my Brother Michael, but I'll stop so others can share.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Dr. Patience. Thank you. Okay, next we have Engineer Mike. Engineer Mike, please.
Hello, Jenny. Hello, Mabel. All the beautiful leaders on here. I want to greet you all and say thank you for this invitation. I will always follow Brother Michael from today till next year, till the day ONPASSIVE ends. You know why? He will tell you I'm one of the person that gives him the highest trouble in ONPASSIVE. So when I joined ONPASSIVE, I went to him. I'm like, hey, big bro, why ONPASSIVE? He explains stuff to me, I got the passion. So I made it a habit that everywhere that he's going, I have to be there so that I learn. So I've learned a lot from him, a lot from Jeffrey. These are the people that just speak ONPASSIVE from their hearts, right? They know their stuff, the marketing stuff. That is what I don't know about ONPASSIVE, right? But the technical one, I'm up there. So I bring their own marketing stuff to bring it to me with Matthew Digamo, marketing, Brother Michael and Jeffrey. I bring their marketing stuff now into my technicality, and I understand this system very, very much. So I just want to tell, if you see how he speaks about ONPASSIVE, right? If you have not really gone to his your webinar with Julie, just their chats on Mondays, it's a refreshing moment. You need to be there, okay? Even if you don't watch it live, you can go after, right? So many other leaders have spoken here. I don't know what, but I came when my big brother Michael was speaking. I just want to appreciate you, bro, for everything you do for us. It's not like we like to be hitting the gong all the time about that. It's just the truth. And that's the encouragement, our own way to encourage you to bring us this information all the time. You're a very valuable asset to ONPASSIVE. We respect you. We appreciate you. And remember, I will never stop disturbing you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Engineer Mike. Thank you. So, okay, next we have Miss Sapna. Hi, Miss Sapna.
Good morning, ONPASSIVians. ONPASSIVE, good morning to all the founders. And I'm very happy and glad to have Michael William Ames, such a beautiful webinar, and Team Singapore for arranging this webinar. And I don't have any question. And today I want to thank our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara. You know, passion is something which is unstoppable. When a person is running to make the things live for you, and he want to achieve the success, he want to touch the finishing line, and people want to push you back and to get you off, but he still wake up to make the things for you. He just don't want to be successful, he want us to be successful, and he is working hard. Our team, our IT team, media team, and all the tech departments, legal departments, and our CEO is managing all this with 24/7, 365 days. And he's just a human and doing the things which is beyond the out of the hands of the human. He is having such a grateful personality with such great energy in him that I don't know how he manages all these things with his family, his personal family and his ONPASSIVE family. Yesterday webinar, as Michael William Ames has said, that he comes for 15 minutes and after that he stays for an hour with us. So he just such a kind and humble CEO. And Michael William Ames is also a man with golden hearts, always ready to support. He always ready to support, not to me, to all, and thank you so much for inviting me. And one thing, if he Michael William Ames want to focus on that point, our CEO has talked about the debit card, ONPASSIVE debit card. So if you want to clear something over that.
Again, let's just wait for more information to come from corporate, right? We'll get all the information we need in our OES, okay, where that is concerned. But basically having multiple ways for people to receive commissions from the sale of products, okay? So that's what that has to do with, okay? But we'll get more information in the near future. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And Anna, I want to say, Anna, you have a flower over here. You are looking so beautiful. It gives a glimpse of a garden. So you, as our CEO said, and Ames has said that we have to do a little things to bring a smile on the face. So we can do anything. So it's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sapna. And thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. Okay, now we have Miss Jean Oliver.
Thank you so much, Jeannie, Mabel, Michael. I just want to thank you so much. You've since I joined in July of 2020, you've been such a walking, talking example of somebody that really gets it. You're someone that's been hugely successful in your own life, your personal life, your businesses. But you have, just like Ash, realized that the greatest joy, the greatest winning and success is by helping others achieve it as well. And so you're almost like like another example of Ash, someone that really wants to have that great joy of helping others. And so today you've talked about passion and all the ways that we can infuse love into the things that we do. So each of us has this power. Even now, before any products are sold, we have the power now to change lives. John Barilla was talking about those small things that we can do, a smile, helping someone out in the cashier line, just holding a door, all those very simple things that are very powerful and have a ripple effect. So now in ONPASSIVE, we have this opportunity to join hands with people who have similar passions to us. So it's not just going to be us doing those small things. It's going to be us as passion groups, as Mabel said, as Oh Bless groups, as projects, all the different things that people can do together. And it's going to amplify and just exponentially grow the power of that love out into the world. And Michael, you just shine as such an example of this. It's just so inspiring to hear you talk and know that I have the privilege of being able to lock arms with you, with Jeannie, with Mabel, with John Barilla, with everybody here. And we're just going to have the most incredibly massive impact. And I personally feel it's going to happen quite fast. That it's already happened. It's already growing, and I don't want to take any more time, but thank you, Michael. Thank you all. And thank you for the opportunity to speak today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Jean Oliver. Beautifully said. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, next we have Dr. Benny. Dr. Benny, please.
Greetings. Well, I believe this is my own way to give my own smile to everybody. My own smile that if I have to go to the hospital and people are not happy, I will smile. Anyway, I want to take this special moment to thank Sister Mabel, Sister Faith, Sister Jennings for giving me this opportunity. Most importantly, I want to take this moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing all of us together. You guys know that when you woke up this morning, did you know that you were going to wake up this morning? No, you did not. Not everybody wakes up in the morning. It is a fact, Brother Jeffrey. Nobody. You don't know. You don't know. People don't know. So most of the time I always say, hey, there are a lot of people in the hospital begging for that air and they're paying for it. You are not. So please, when you wake up, thank your Father for waking up in the morning. I want to thank Brother Kumaran for everything. Thank you so much. The reason why I am here, I'm thanking our Father for sending the most important person in our life. If it wasn't for him, you and I would not be here. I never knew anything about ONPASSIVE. But anyway, someone introduced this to me. Dr. Helen Akonji introduced ONPASSIVE to me. And since then, I thought I was going to leave. But can you guys believe that I'm still here? Anyway, I want to really take, this is, I don't have a question to Brother Michael, but I really want to thank you for accepting our invitation. Really, we really appreciate what you have done and what you have, I would say that you are an asset to this company. So our visionary that God sent to us is Mr. Ash Mafara. He stated, just like you guys have said, that either I do or I die. And he made that, you guys know that he's not afraid of anything, right? Our CEO is not, because the force talk to him all the time. And what I like about you guys nowadays is that you guys talk about God. God is important. Without God, you and I, we are nothing. And something that Brother Michael says, that the most important thing, money is not everything. What you can do is to really love your neighbor. If you love your neighbor, you will love yourself. I would say I love each and everyone, not only because of my smile, but just because God created you and I in our image, in his image. And he said, our CEO wants you and I to do what? To share his vision as well. So are you ready to go out there and share this vision? Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Okay, next we have Miss Amal Fatia.
Yes, hello, thank you, Sister Jean, thank you, Sister Mabel, thank you, our leader, Michael. I listened to you carefully, Michael, from the beginning and at the end when you finished. All the time you speaking about ONPASSIVE. Yes, ONPASSIVE is the heart of our CEO, Ash, and he gives us a little bit piece of his heart, and we are now on the same road. Whatever this road will be, we have to walk. Let us go. So maybe ask you a question. Let me be a little bit sharp in my question. You know, I respect you, but I have to ask you this question. It's a special question for you. Come away from your mind. Come away from to be very logical man. I wanted to touch your heart. You are now on this table, on ONPASSIVE Passion team. You are here to talk about your heart or a little piece of our CEO, Mr. Ash, that he gives you and still give us. How you gonna to expand this a little piece of Mr. Ash heart? When she said about ask you about your passion, and I like this question, she repeated in many ways, but you didn't give the answer. In my opinion, I respect your answer. You said your family. Yes, or we have families, or we are on our business, our duties, our responsibility. Your family and my family and your family is your responsibility. It's not your passion. Do you understand me? It's not your passion. You said that you wanted to draw a smile on people's face. I respect that. And me and all are in the same way. on the same round table. We have to do that because it is the beginning. We have to smile to world, then the world will smile to us. We have to give, then the world will give us. But
Miss Amal,
really, yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, really.
Please keep it short because
But
Okay,
yeah.
I get the gist of what you're saying, right?
I need your,
And so,
what is
sure.
your
Okay,
question, Michael?
yeah, sure. Let me respond.
What is driven?
Okay?
What
Miss
something
Amal,
that
Miss
driven
Amal,
you?
please let Mr. Michael respond to you. Miss Amal, please.
Yeah, let me respond, okay? So I understand what you're saying about we all have families and all of that, but here's the thing, right? Sure, we have to help our family, take care of our family, all of that, but do we actually do it? Right? We should actually go above and beyond for our families, but do we actually do it? Right? How many people, how many broken families are out there? Right? How many people grow up not having a father in their lives? How many single mothers are out there struggling because the other person that they had that child with is not there for whatever reason, right? So I hear what you're saying, right? But you need to understand what I've said, okay? And that for me, when it comes to my family, they're right below God. So here's God, number one in my life, then there's my family, okay? And then there's other things below that. There are people who don't have their family, you know, in that position, whether it be number one position or number two position, okay? There are people who don't do what they should do, as you're saying, for their families. If we all did that, the world would be a much better place. If we all took care of our families as best as we are able to do it, the world would be a much better place. A lot of, when we talk about love, a lot of it starts within her home.
Yes.
There are so many homes that don't have any love. There are so many kids that grow up, don't know what love is. So therefore, when they go out there, right, when they go out there, they cannot give it because they've never experienced it in their lives. You understand? So you need to understand what I mean when I say that my passion is about
I
my
understand,
family.
Michael, but yes, I understand you, but excuse me, and I need you, Michael himself, what is your passion? And just like that keep you alive, that keep you walking on your legs, that keep you
I know,
join.
but you're still missing it though.
This is belief, faith,
you're still, listen,
laughing.
please, listen. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're hearing what I'm saying, okay? But you're not really listening to what I'm saying to you, okay? Right? Because, you're not. No, you're not. You're using your ears, right? You're using your ears, okay? But you need to go beyond that. Really listen to what I'm saying to you and understand what I'm saying to you. Because there is a difference. There is a difference when someone says that my passion is my family, okay? Versus someone who says, yeah, I have a family, but do I care about my family? Do I love my family? Do I provide for my family? Do I protect my family?
I know, Michael,
do I do all these things for my family? So I'm telling you, listen, you can't tell me what my passion is.
Correct.
You can't tell me that what I'm saying to you, this is my passion. You can't, no, that's not your passion. You can't tell me that. Just the same way, I can't tell you that this should be your passion.
Correct.
Or this isn't your passion. I can't tell you any of that. Only you know what you're passionate about.
Yes.
So I can tell you that I am extremely, right? Again, I'm a very private person, so I'm not gonna go into what I do for my family and what we do and how we go about it to make you fully understand what I'm talking about, okay? The point is, the question was, what is my passion? What am I passionate about? And I'm answering the question as it relates to me, not how you want to hear it, not how anyone on here listening wants to hear it. I'm telling it the way it is because it is the truth. So therefore, you have to receive it as such and take it however you want to take it. If you don't believe that's my passion, then that's okay. You don't have to believe it. But it is what it is. And as far as putting a smile on people's face, right? Again, how many people actually do that though?
Correct.
Right? So many people walk around with frowns, right? Like people look at me and say, oh, you know, you should smile more and all this stuff. I am who I am. I'm not somebody who just walk around just smiling for smiling's sake, right? I don't get on a webinar and just cheese, cheese, cheese. That's not my personality, where some people are bubbly and they like to walk around and they're bubbly. You know, Chris Johnson is a bubbly guy, right? I'm not bubbly like that. Do I have fun? Absolutely, I have fun, right? My family will tell you how much fun I have, probably more than I'm supposed to have. I don't know. But the point is, right? There are people who actually do things. People who actually take action to make things happen, as opposed to knowing, oh, I should do this, but will I actually do it though? Just like when we're all in a position, right? Down the road, when we're all in a position and we have received, we should help other people. But how many people will actually do it, right? We know right now there are people sitting on billions of dollars. Why aren't they doing more than what they're doing? I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but why aren't they doing more? Why don't they do more? You understand? So it's the same way that we as founders, right? When we are in a position that we receive, will we actually take the necessary steps to do more to help people? Or will we just hoard, right? So there's a difference. So for me, I enjoy putting smiles on people's faces by doing I don't mean crack a joke and make them smile. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? I'm talking about doing real things in life, okay? That makes somebody have that smile that is a meaningful smile, okay? Not a casual smile, you understand? Like a real that you made a difference in that person's life. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. And we can go on and give you a long list of examples, but that's not what I'm here for, right? The point is, the message was put out there, and then it's for people to receive it any which way they want to receive it. I'm not going to tell you how to receive it, but I'm going to tell you what's in my heart, and that's what was in my heart to say to everyone today. Talk to me tomorrow. I may tell you something different. Okay? But right now, this is what's in my heart. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate. Thank you very much.
I like
Love
what
you,
Michael said.
brother.
I like what Michael says, that tomorrow there might be something. It's just what brings up your heart today, and there is absolutely no right and wrong answer here. When you talk about passion, it could be just this minute, it could be just this hour, it could be your life, and we are able to draw people to say different things at different time, but they are all correct answers. There's no wrong answers here. And when it comes to passion and responsibility is great too. Responsibility also draw out great commitment and burden. But we're talking about passion, and passion for family is absolutely nothing wrong about it. And you grow a family and the family reaches out. So I totally agree with you, Michael, that and I like what you say, tomorrow, if we touch you in a different way, you may tell us something else, and how true it is, you know, and it's what the circumstances lead. Again, I say there's no right and wrong answers. As we move into this topic, touching different people, no right and wrong, just the person sharing honestly in that hour. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah, thank you, Mabel. And thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have Mr. Abdi Alaso, please. Mr. Abdi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello. Hello, everybody. How are we? Great to have here. Great to have you here. Thank you, Singapore and Malaysia webinar. Excellent, excellent. I'm always enjoy Thursday. And thank you, Brother Michael, for coming tonight. It's always excellent and beautiful to see you and to listen to you as always. My name is Abdallah. So, brother, just live here in Melbourne, Australia. Originally come from Somalia. Brother, honestly, to be honest with you, ONPASSIVE, I just want to talk about ONPASSIVE because that's my passion. That's my passion to explain ONPASSIVE in any moments. It's just, that's my passion. And the reason why it is, I came to realize not only just a couple of years ago, but exactly the day I joined or 2 days after I joined, I came to realize this movement or this extraordinary gathering is something phenomenal. Reason why is because we all know, and I've seen you talked about those who used to do other things, you know, and the reason why they were not successful is because it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. So when I came here, I was similar to that situation. So when I came here, first of all, I looked the viable product. The main thing here is the passion, the vision, and the product. On the digital product, when I saw it, I didn't know whether ONPASSIVE was gonna sell it for me or gonna send the traffic to my website, all that things. I didn't know. I came to know that later. But knowing the value of the product and where the world is going, I knew I actually accomplished my long-time search dream. And in that dream, when I achieved that dream, is, you know, to leave the legacy for my family, not only my family, but back home, where there's so many different people in need in different ways, whether they are, you know, orphanage or whether they are normal poverty or whatever it is, you know. So I'm really, really so happy and excited that I finally, you know, be part of this movement and knowing that I will leave a touching point. I will leave something to impact someone. As someone, as you're talking about earlier, to make someone is happy in their face, it's really, really, you know, a valuable thing. Because as our CEO, Ash Mafara, my God bless him, said, you know, it's not really count to what you have in your pocket, isn't it? You know, it's what you give. And in religious perspectives also, it is what you give that counts in hereafter. So I'm really, really excited to be part of this. And for you as a leader, Michael, we thank you. You are really doing a great part for this movement. And we know whenever you come to any platform, your words are inspiring and motivating and really reassuring. It's reassuring every time I listen to you. The last time I listened was when I missed the 60 minutes, 360 last week, but I listened on Monday, you and Julie. It's always really extraordinary when I hear. And that's 100% reassuring that everyone with ONPASSIVE will be successful, no doubt about it. And we appreciate you coming tonight, brother. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Abdi Alaso. Very, very well said. Thank you so much. And we really appreciate all the leaders who are here tonight. And we really appreciate Mr. Michael for being here tonight with us as well. And thank you, Mr. Abdi Alaso. And tonight we also have another great leader, Mr. Gusminda Dillon. Welcome, welcome, sir. Please, Gusminda.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
Jenny, if
Yeah?
it is more than you, just call him Kush. That's the name Mari and Chris, they call him Kush. That's all. Kush, just call him Kush.
Absolutely. I think Chris has found this short version of my name, which is I think is good because but thanks to our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara, he's clearly pronounced my name perfectly, right? And thanks to his vision to just get right, you know. But again, thank you for inviting me here, and thank you, Michael Williams, for the invite here. And good to see you, all of you. First time I'm here in Singapore, Malaysia webinar, and good to see all the lovely faces. Almost we know each other. We know everyone face here, and this is ONPASSIVE, I think. And just I'll be brief, nothing much, but again, as John Barella and Michael, everybody has said that just we have to be focused. We back only that our place, nothing else. All other things are just information, not a thing. The only thing is that why we are here, why we are glued to this business from last 4 or 5 years, right? Because we are focused here, and we exactly know that this is the only business where we have to be, right? There's nothing else in this entire world which is like ONPASSIVE, and this is only our CEO who could have made this type of business. No one else would ever, I think, try for this, because this is not easy. First of all, things when some people say that, oh, it's not launching, it's not this thing, that thing, blah, blah, blah. But they just forget that it's not an easy business, right? So on one side, it seems that it's just easy, come join and it's a done deal. That is okay. Now, to do that done deal, there is a lots and lots of sacrifices going on the back end, you know, to put that legal money into your pockets. It's a hell of on in the back office that we have to remember, and that only and only Mr. Ash can do this type of thing legally, right? When we talk of legally, that's why this project is getting the time is there for this project is not late, but when you do the things legally, it gets so many things, so many approvals, so many governments, certain things are involved in this. That's why Ash wants to bring this business legally to most 1 month, right? That doesn't matter to everyone. So that we have to keep in mind. This is a futuristic business. Okay, some people, they are short sighters, and they said, okay, next month this thing is going to end, this is going on. For this month game, it's is happening in the next 5 years to your life. Think of that. Like we are here from 5 years. 5 years back, if we can see our lives, it was just a normal life. But now, like in these 5 years, I think we have transformed ourselves to a certain another level. We could not even speak like this, you know, and we are now speaking like this. And if someone just want something in their lives, just come to Mr. Ash webinar. Stay there for as long as Mr. Ash is there. I think your life is going to change, because in those 4, 5, or 7 of webinars, there are so many things to learn from him. There are so many things. He comes and speaks. You know, he gives a certain lectures on certain topics. Just listen to them, and I think you will transform your life to another level. Right. So just my only this first thought, because other speakers are also there, but I'm loving this webinar. I was listening silently, and once again, thank you to all of you. Thank you, Michael, and thank you all the leaders out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gushminder.
Thank you, Gersminder and Jeannie, if I may. You're absolutely correct, Gersminder, in that you know, a lot of people, you know, they compare ONPASSIVE to what they know, which is logical, right? But you don't compare something to something you don't know. That doesn't make any sense, right? So it's logical, right? Because people, you're used to, I join a business today, I make money tomorrow, okay? Now, not because you make money in something doesn't mean that it's legal, doesn't mean that it's legitimate, right? So we have to understand that also, right? What we want is to have a long-term, a lifelong income flowing to us month after month, year after year, okay? That's what we want. We don't want to be in a business, make money today, and then tomorrow it's gone. Now we have to go look for another business. You understand? And that's what has been happening year after year for the majority of people. They join this business and okay, it's great. And they put their money in. And just when they think they're going to start to receive some money now, boom, the business disappears, right? They jump into another one and they put $1,000 in. And okay, they're getting little, $10 here, $5 there, whatever. And after a few months, they may have gotten back $100, but they put $1,000 in. So they end up losing 900, right? Because the company disappears and so on and so forth, or they join an MLM business and they can't recruit nobody, they can't sell no products, so they don't make any money, but yet they're paid for auto ship month after month after month. These are the types of things that people have engaged themselves in. Cryptocurrency comes along, everybody's, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy Bitcoins, all this stuff, Bitcoins fly up, it comes all the way back down. People lost their shirt, in crypto, okay? Folks, in life, the majority of things that are there for people to make money, the majority of them, you will fail in them. It is what it is, okay? Pick any business that's out there and you get involved in that business and chances are you're going to lose. That's just the way it is. There are people who, get a McDonald's franchise. McDonald's, okay? Well-known company around the world. And people get one of those franchises and they don't make the money they thought they were going to make. That's reality, folks. So they say, okay, on to the next, okay? So what we have here in ONPASSIVE is an actual business that is designed. This is by design. It's designed to make you successful. Not maybe, not if, not, it's designed. That's part of the structure, the model, right? Is to make sure that you are successful. This is why we can have patience. This is why we can sit back and relax, because we know that by design, we will win, period. Now, can you imagine going into a game and you already know the outcome? You already know that you're going to win. Like, how relaxed would you be, right? Can you imagine going to an interview and you already know you got the job? How relaxed would you be in that interview? Like, would you be thinking, oh my gosh, did I answer the question right? Because it doesn't matter what your answers are to the questions in the interview. You already know you got the job. You understand, folks? That's ONPASSIVE. You should already know that it's a done deal. You should already know that you're going to succeed. You should already know that you're going to win. So why should we be bent out of shape? Why should we be worried about this, concerned about that, question this, question that? Why should we? When you already know that you're going to win, right? That's the difference, folks. When you join all these other companies, there is uncertainties upon uncertainties. Okay, will they last for 6 months? Will they last for a year? Do I pull all my money out as fast as possible just in case it disappears? All these things, right? ONPASSIVE is not the norm. ONPASSIVE is not what you're used to. And this is where a lot of people struggle because they're not used to it. They're not used to truth. They're not used to something that is real. They're not used to it. They're used to lies. They're used to deception. They're used to corruption. They're used to negativity. That's what people are used to. That is real talk, folks. Okay? ONPASSIVE isn't that. And so people struggle with it. Okay? But guess what? This is why we talk about changing your mindsets, changing the way you think, change your circumstances, your surroundings, your situations, everything that you've used to, throw it out the window. Just throw it out the window. Because this is like what we call a paradigm shift. This is something that is revolutionary. Okay, it is changing the way business will be done in the future. Take note of that. Take note of that and be grateful and thankful that you are in the best business ever. Period. Okay.
Fire, fire, fire.
Thank you, Mr. Michael, for making it so clear to all of us and keep stressing on what it is, what ONPASSIVE is all about. Thank you so much. All right, next we have Miss Rosalie. from USA. Hi, are you there? Can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself, please?
Now,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, please. Loud and clear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the ambassadors. I just want to thank Mabel and all her team for organizing this session. What a great session. Mr. Michael, welcome back. We miss you, especially me. I did. I miss you a lot. I just want to tell Mabel the thought you share about Debbie concerning Michael personality. That was totally correct. Me, I will say the same. And I know Michael, he doesn't like compliment, but guess what, Michael? You cannot light a candle or a lamp and put on the bed. It will still shine. So just allow people to tell you exactly who you are and what you are for people. When they're talking about putting smile on people's faces, yes, I can say I'm the first beneficiary for that smile. You put smile in my face, you lifted me up, and then you show me, Rosalie, yes, we are in it together. And I appreciate. I want to use this opportunity in front of 300 people to testify that to you. Thank you. Just continue, do what you're doing to the people. Our sister, Dr. Benny said you are an asset for ONPASSIVE. She's not lying. You are. You are. So I want to ask you just one question. Lately, you were so, I don't want to say mad about the ONPASSIVian on a lot of forums talking about money. I remember you sent me some message and you said, talk to your team. They shouldn't talk about money. I don't know. What was your motivation for that? Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalie.
Yes. Welcome back, Michael.
Thank you so much. With regards to that, is that we have people who provide the wrong information. Okay, so it's not so much talking about money. It was about the prices. Okay. People are trying to figure out, okay, $125, is it $30, is it this, that? The calculations that the people were doing, it was that, where the focus was, that we don't need to concern ourselves about the price, right? We don't need to worry about, well, how much is it going to be for OConnect? Am I going to pay for the first 3 months? Or I don't pay for 3 months, and then what happens after? These were the conversations that were going on, and it's something that we don't need to talk about because we're going to get it wrong, okay? And so when you get it wrong, it creates confusion because some people believe it's this, some people believe it's that, and so on. Clarity will come. People will know exactly what it is that they're going to pay before they pay. Like, people will know. They will know exactly what OConnect costs, okay? They will know exactly, is it for 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, monthly, yearly? They will know. All those details will be provided. It's going to be in your OES. It's going to be in black and white, right? So my comment was for us to don't focus on that. You understand me? Get the message, and the message is this, that it will be affordable. You will be able to afford it. Every single one will be able to afford it. If I walk into a car dealership and I know I can afford all the cars that's inside there, am I overly concerned about price? I'm not going to get into a price discussion when I know I can afford everything that's inside here. You understand me? Right? I'm not saying I'm going to throw money away and overpay for something, right? But I just wouldn't be concerned about it. You understand? Right? And so that's the thing. We, especially as founded members in ONPASSIVE, don't need to be concerned about what's the price for this. how much commission I'm going to make, this. This company is going above and beyond to do everything possible legally for every single one of us to make sure that we are taken care of. So why do I need to concern myself about the price of this, thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I can't afford it? You know, I thought I'm going to pay one time and that's it, one time out of pocket. And all these other comments that comes with it, right? There's no need for any of that discussion, because clarity will come. You're not going to be left in the dark, right? But the company holds certain information back for a reason, to prevent some of these things, to prevent some of these discussions that we have. Because as soon as something is communicated, someone takes it and they throw it out there where they shouldn't throw it out. Instead of keeping it in within the family, someone, again, it's human nature. You ever wonder why certain news events get leaked? It's from somebody that was inside the meeting, right? It's somebody that was right there in the meeting. It's that person, right, that leaks the information out. So it's the same with us in ONPASSIVE. Anytime stuff gets out there that shouldn't get out there because it was meant for founders only, somebody takes it outside, right? So, so it's not that we can't talk about money, right? But we shouldn't focus on money, number one, because we've passed that phase. We've passed the phase where we know that money will no longer be an issue going forward. We've passed that phase.
Yes.
We've discussed money to death, right? The possibilities, the potential. ONPASSIVE is about providing unlimited opportunities. So if I know that potential is unlimited, again, why do I need to worry about money? It's unlimited. It's whatever I can think. I know I can achieve it. It's possible. There is no limits within ONPASSIVE. So whether a person wants to make this amount, that amount, it's irrelevant because it's all possible. Folks, is there a limit as to how much money Apple can make? As long as they keep selling their iPhones and everything else, they're going to keep making money, right? So if I have a business and I keep selling my products, let's say I'm selling bananas. As long as I keep selling bananas, I'm going to keep making money, right? There is no limit to it, unless the bananas run out or something, right? So in ONPASSIVE, we plan to have products after products after products. So where's the limitation on that? Where's the limitation on my income if there's always products to sell, right? If there are always going to be customers or users of these products, where's the limitation? So see, I don't need to engage in those conversations anymore. There was a time when we did. We passed that time, right? And going forward, everything will be made available to us as far as information so that we can make the best decision possible going forward. We're going to have all of that. So that's where that was coming from, Rosalie. So hopefully,
thank you so much.
You know, you have that now, okay?
Yeah. Thank you for the explanation. I'm going to bring it to the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Rosalie, and thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, next we have the lady with the nice, beautiful flower. Anna, please.
Hello.
Hi, Anna.
Thank you, Maple. Thank you, Jeannie, for the opportunity. It was a pleasure, for me, to be part of this platform. And oh, Michael, you are such a beautiful soul. And then I'm telling you, the way that you just spit it out tonight, it's really touched me, because why? It's all about winning, and then we all talk about, we should all talk positive, we are winners, Then as I heard, about you being, for your presentation, Michael, yes, you're right, because, when I used to be, one of other, MLM, this for example one. So what happened, I was so struggling, I've been so struggling, of how to run, the people for 10,000 people, because of this. But now, when I came over to the ONPASSIVE, wow, this is a really, for me, it's a blessing. This is a blessing for me and my family. As you mentioned before, about this, how, your passion is. Everyone, they all have a different passion. Your passion is different from my passion. My passion is different from my neighbor's passion. Everyone, they all have a different passion. Like you, as you say that God is first in your life and your family, and then blah, 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 blah. So do I. I always put God first, in my whole life. And then also, ONPASSIVE, when I look at it, how many products, from ONPASSIVE that we, there is no other, company compare, with ONPASSIVE. So many, products, so that means I can see and I can feel it in my spirit. It's gonna be overflowing, it's gonna be overflowing. The money, so I don't think about money, but I'm just thinking about, for asking God, to give me strength so I can enjoy life. We should enjoy life, enjoy every moment, and then that's how, like, Michael Williams was just saying. And then I was so pleased and I was so thankful, God, to have all these leaders, when I heard about, all these leaders talking about, it was really touched me. And then, even tonight too, that's what I really want to share my heart, tonight. Thank you so much, Michael Williams. And I want you to come and then we can go and then, talk about, my people from, our Samoa country, please, which is really good. I really need, and those active, leaders, and also, Chris Johnson, and then he is, the really good choppy man. And then, Marty and Red, all these leaders, I love the way that, they share, so, which is so good. And even, especially, our CEO, he is the one that who's sent by God, and then that's what I love. See, I was been on this company, 3 years now, but listen, the patience is the key. We have to enjoy life. Whatever things happening, we just look at it, whatever. We don't know how, Ash is going through. He's going to go because everything must be clean. That's what he always says that. So now just us, fill our tank, which means build our family first. So listen, please, we have to hand together. We have to love, we have to love our neighbors and love one another. But that's all I can say. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Anna. God bless you too. Yeah, thank you so much for your sharing your heart. Okay, next we have Miss Nafiso. Miss Nafiso, please.
And we will end at Ramesh.
Yeah.
We got to stop at Ramesh. Good. It's
Yeah.
very late
Miss
now.
Nafiso, are you there? Miss Nafiso. If not, we go for Mr. Ramesh. Mr. Ramesh, please. Please keep it to 1 to 2 minutes, Mr. Ramesh. Are you there? Mr. Ramesh? Not there. Okay.
I waited too long.
All right. So in that case, then shall we ask Mabel? Mabel, you want to say something before you call Mr. Michael to say the last?
Anything, someone.
And we have Dr. Derek in the house. So maybe you may want to call Dr. Derek.
Dr. Derek, you want to say something? Debbie, you want to say something? Kumaran, you want to say something?
Yes.
Before I say a little bit, just 2-3 sentences, and then Michael, you will close us with your precious, just last few words. Debbie, Dr. Derek, Kumaran, 1 call, 2 call.
Thank you everyone for coming. We're so honored to have you, Brother Michael.
Yes.
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 Yes, Sister Debbie, please go ahead.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Debbie, for, well, so sorry for this interruption. Host, can you turn this off? Thank you. Okay. I'll just say a few statements of how tonight it has touched us or touched me. I mean, this is just some collective points. And then Michael, you will close us with some last words, right, Ginny?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I just want to mention some PowerPoints tonight, many points, but we can't mention them all. What's important as touch is character before money, character before health. That's very important. All the waiting, all the nurturing of time is actually for personality transformation. And then Michael mentioned unconditional love, which is, why don't we close him? Not you, Michael, it's just some interruption on the screen. Unconditional love is what he said is very important as a virtue. And I just want to say that Mr. Ash Mufara has demonstrated unconditional love for all that he is preparing for us all these years. Do you know he has asked for no return? He's asking nothing back from us. And he is giving and giving and giving for as long as what generational wealth, generational gift to us. So this, we are really seeing love in manifestation through this man, Mr. Ash Mufara. Thank you very much. So it's unconditional in manifestation. And Michael, you brought up an important thing. And lastly, if we practice unconditional love, that's what I've said, we are a blessing going to happen anywhere, anytime. And that is so wonderful. So allow me, Dr. Derek, would you like to say something? I just want to honor you, your presence here.
Dr. Derek, please. Yeah.
And then Michael, you will close us.
Dr. Derek, we can't hear you.
You know, we have Debbie, Dr. Benny, John Barilla, and of course the Singapore host team to uphold this team. And I'm really grateful. And Dr. Derek has also been very supportive, you know, at the time that he knew we existed. Dr. Derek, you are muted, or would you like to say, can you hear me? We can't hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Saying 1 second.
Ah, okay, good. Okay.
Ginny, you can ask Miss Kaylee to say first, then after.
Host,
can we
disturbance again? Yeah.
Yeah, can we shut him? Yeah.
Mabel, I just want to tell you a little bit. You remember?
Dr. Derek, can I hear you?
Abdi, yeah.
Yes, you remember how a couple of months ago we have some invasion for this webinar. So why wouldn't you setting up like only the host and co-host can share such thing? Because it's, yeah, please do that.
Okay. Dr. Derek.
Hello.
Okay.
All right. Cooking with gas now. Cooking with gas. Mercy. I tell you, I don't like Zoom anymore now. My computer don't like Zoom anymore. You see, we have been using Connect and so on. You know, so my computer is getting used to, is not into Zoom anymore. I really appreciate. Thank you very much, Mabel. Thank you very much, Jeannie and Kumaran and First Lady Dr. Benny, Jeannie, etc., etc. All the kings and queens in the house. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Michael Williams Ian, thank you very much. Really appreciate that passion. A lot of persons don't understand, you know, the whole passion idea. And passion is what is your passion. And we have to listen and hear what you are saying about your passion, because it is really about your passion. And everybody has their own passion, as you are saying. I have my passion, and my passion really and truly is to use this vehicle to restore Jamaica. That's my passion, because Jamaica really gone bad. And so my passion is really to restore Jamaica. Well, we have been meeting as Jamaicans, and we really want to see, because maybe just like Singapore, the Singapore dollar is maybe very bad on the world scale. In Jamaica, it's terrible. It's 160 something Jamaican to $1. And so all of that because of the debt with IMF and the debt with Chinese and the debt with French and the debt with everybody all over the world, maybe including Singapore. We have debt too. We have debt with everybody. And so we want to bring that. The hospitals and this is very bad, poor, road condition, poor, etc. It's a nice place to visit, and so on. But there's a lot of things that need to be done in Jamaica, right? Employment is bad, etc., etc. So that is my passion, right? That will not be your passion, and that will not be other person's passion. So every person's passion is different. So let us understand that this vehicle that Ash Mafares provided us with is his passion. Remember this. ONPASSIVE is Ash Mafares' passion. So whenever Ash Mafare ready to release his passion fully, and we commercialize and whatever we call it, right? We must be ready with our passion so that we can now activate our passion when Ash Mafare activate his passion, because ONPASSIVE is Ash Mafare passion. Let us remember that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Queen Mabel, thank you very much. And awesome presentation, Michael Williams, EM. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kumaran, and then Michael will close. Kumaran.
Thank you, Mabel. I just want to say today is a special day because we had so many international leaders visited us today, like Brother Koshminder, Engineer Mike, then I missed someone who Jean Alavera. She was missing for a few weeks. She was here today. And our Jeffrey Mallock. Then also Sister Gladys Naiboro is in the house. I think she can have a word. Sister Gladys Naiboro, are you hiding somewhere? I think she's okay. I just want to say thank you all. Thank you. It's all because Michael Williams are coming.
Kumaran is speaking. He's one of our hosts. Michael, he's one of our hosts. So we really appreciate your presence tonight. Kumaran, you're done? Okay. Okay, you have greeted all your girlfriends, right? Okay. 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 So Michael, please help us close tonight with your precious words.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you all. We'll do the spotlight thing again. Okay. Thank you all for having me here today. It certainly was my pleasure to be with you. I enjoy this. I enjoy being with our founders. Because of what we're trying to accomplish together. That's why I enjoy it. When I'm off, doing other things and I'm unable to, jump on a webinar, for example, my mind is always reflecting on that. I'm always thinking about it. Because again, when you love something, you want to be engaged in that thing. You want to be, surrounded by people who share your common goal, And that's what ONPASSIVE is. That's why we enjoyed doing all these different webinars, weekly, monthly, just getting together with founders, because it's a positive environment, 99.9% of the time. It's all positive, and so if you fill your life with positive, noise, positive things, your life can't be anything but great. It just can't be. And, I would ask anyone to prove me wrong, by practicing that, by practicing being positive every single waking moment of your life, just being positive. It doesn't mean that you won't have negative situations, but you can always take a positive out of that, right? You can always take a positive. It's just how you view life, right? And we're not talking about pie in the sky stuff. We're talking about reality. You have people who've been through negative things in their lives, and yet they come out as winners. They triumph, in spite of adversities, you know what I mean? In spite of challenges, right? So challenge yourself to be positive every step of the way, and you're going to see a difference in your life. You're going to see the type of people that you attract to yourself, right? Because trust me, as I said earlier, everybody wants to win. Some people, they lie and they say, no, we don't care about winning and all this stuff. They're lying, okay? Everybody wants to win, okay? It's think about why we keep scores in sports, right? Do you see a football game and no one says, oh, don't worry about the score? You ever see a basketball game and nobody's keeping score, right? You understand? We keep score, right? And not from the standpoint of judging, well, I'm a winner, you're a loser. Not from that standpoint, right? But everybody, when you participate in something, when you engage in something, when you're doing something, of course you want to win. It brings a good feeling to you when you win, okay? Now, is there more to life than winning? Absolutely. But we're talking about games. But what I'm really talking about is the game of life itself, right? Not games, right? I'm talking about the game of life. And so everybody in life wants to win. You want to have a winning life, a life that you're proud of, right? You understand? A life where you have, physical things, material things, okay? That's important. You need to have proper shelter, don't you? You need to be protected from the elements, protected from animals, etc., right? So you need to have a proper shelter. You need to have clean water to put inside your body, to bathe your skin with, and so on, right? You need to have access to proper health care, right? Because there are some things that you need medical attention. You can't just, do it yourself. So you need to have access to these things. There are people, even in America, that struggle with healthcare, right? Where they can't get the proper care that they need. And as a result, lives are lost, right? So I want you to sit back and think about ONPASSIVE. Think about how we can help people through ONPASSIVE. As Dr. Derek says, to be able to have your passion waiting so that you can now go about it because of the resource, because of the vehicle called ONPASSIVE. Folks, in case you don't realize it, we will be able to help people get a piece of the digital real estate. Okay, there is such thing called digital real estate. Okay, this is where a domain name comes in, a website comes in. Okay, that's part of the digital real estate. Okay, you can't find somebody online, okay, without a website. That's something that's needed. Okay, so think of O domain. Okay, that hasn't changed. Everyone's going to have a domain name. Okay, right? We all know about O Connect. So think of how you'll be able to help people communicate through O Connect. Right? A lot of people using Zoom, Skype, any meeting, go to webinar, and the list goes on and on. So is it a viable product? Absolutely. Is it a needed product? Absolutely. People are spending thousands of dollars a month to pay for some of these platforms. Here comes OConnect providing a more cost-effective solution with greater features. So think of how that's going to help you. Think of how we're going to be able to help people, you know, help educate their children, you know, a much safer environment for their children. Here comes Academy, right? All the products them have a real place in society. Businesses, right? Okay, big business, medium-sized business, small businesses, right? Think of human resource management systems. Oh, there's something called old staff. Oh, wow. Okay, right? A lot of these companies have a human resource department. You don't think that they'll have a reason to purchase old staff, right? Folks, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. People always complain about social media. Oh, I wish there was a better environment, you know, for my kids then, because they're going on this and they're exposed to that and all this fancy stuff. Well, here comes ONET, right? How about banking, right? How about to be able to simplify the way you transact using currencies? Oh, wallet? Okay, right? There's so much that ONPASSIVE has to offer. But if we're constantly focused on the wrong things, we're missing it all. We're missing it all. The number one reason why most people join ONPASSIVE is to make money, period. That's the number one reason that most people, I'm not gonna say everyone, most people, 99% of the people that, okay, join ONPASSIVE to make money, right? But you have to understand how will the money be made, right? It has to be legal, folks, right? You can't just put something together, otherwise it's gonna go by the wayside, right? And as I mentioned earlier, is that you want to sell products, because as long as you can keep producing them, right? You have an unlimited source of income stream, unlimited. And the company will find multiple ways to compensate you. Not just giving you money for giving's sake, but have a proper model. Sell products, generate commissions. Sell more products, generate more commissions. Okay? But if we can automate the process for you and help you sell those products, you win. Right? You win. So it's not that you have to be this great salesperson or this great marketer, none of that stuff. Because if that was the case, majority of you would not win. If we had to go out there, me, you, all of us have to physically go out there and we have to do the heavy lifting ourselves, we would not win, period. Okay? So understand what it is that you're involved with. Understand what this company will do for you and your family. Understand how this company will have a significant positive impact on society at large, because it will. It just will. If this company can help improve your life, you in turn is going to have an impact on society. That's factual, folks. And I say if, okay? I say if, but the reality is, it's going to happen. Okay? So because we know it's going to happen, then it simply means that it's factual that you will have an impact on society. If you have more money in your pocket, will you not spend more? When you spend more, you help stimulate the economy. Right? Like, that's how it works, folks. You understand? So it's not that we love money, but we understand the place that money plays, the role that it plays in society. You don't have any, you're not going to have a very good life. Not going to be comfortable, right? But you have some money, guess what? You can buy some good furniture to make your life more comfortable. You can, have a proper working vehicle so that things are more convenient for you, right? If you have some money, you're able to educate your children as they should be, right? You understand, folks? So this is what we're talking about. This is what ONPASSIVE is going to help for all of us. Me personally, I would love to see every single one of us as founders be rich, period. Me personally. Why? Because we need people who are rich to have compassion for their fellow human being. Because if you have compassion for your fellow human being, you're going to want to help uplift them. But if you have no access, how can you do that? How can you? I make $40,000 a year. What significant financial impact can you have on other people's lives if you make $40,000 a year? Living in a country such as America, Canada. Now, if you're making 40,000 US dollars a year, okay, and you live in Jamaica, right? Just hear Dr. Derek mention about the conversion rate. Okay, so 40,000 a year, that's what, 4 million Jamaican dollars a year. See the difference? Okay, but we're talking about whatever country you live in, and you're able to generate, let's say 10 times what the average person is making. Right? Why? Because you're selling products and selling products and selling products. You can sell products till the cows come home. Why? Because you're able to automate the traffic, automate the visitors, the 5 billion plus people that's on the internet, having those people view your business, view the products that you have to offer, right? And that's how you sell. That's how you sell. The more people that view what you have to offer is the more you will sell. If you only have 2 people coming to your store, okay, how much money are you going to make, right? But if you had 200, if you had 2,000, 200,000 coming through your store, now how much money will you make? Imagine you're at the local market in Singapore, okay, and you're selling your, let's say, fruits, right? And you have an unlimited supply of fruits, okay? And only 2 people show up. Are you going to make money that day? No, right? But if you had the ability to have hundreds of thousands of people coming through to take a look at what you have, I got some apples, some bananas, some pears, etc., right? Now, how much money will you make when you have so many people coming through to see what you have to offer? Well, it's the same thing, but take it and put it on the internet, right? Because you put it on the internet, you have unlimited access, because now you're not just confined to people coming to your local market. Now you have people in China that can buy from you, people in Australia that can buy from you, people in Egypt that can buy from you, people in the United States that can, you understand? Now the globe is what you're working with. That's the power of the internet, right? You can sell in over 200 countries. That's almost 8 billion with a B people. Okay, yes, we know there's kids and all that, factored in, but you get the point, right? We're talking about billions of people that you have access to, right? That's the power of what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you, right? All we have to do is just keep the faith. All we have to do is just keep moving forward, keep doing the positive things that many of you are already doing. And just know that it's all worth it. So that's the bottom line. Can you imagine going through all of this and it wasn't worth it in the end, right? But that's not the case. That's not the case. As we said yesterday on 360, right? I think Red mentioned about the different partnerships, right? Like just think about that, folks. Think of the company that you're in right now. Company that otherwise you would not be a part of. But because of ONPASSIVE, you are. Think of what that is going to do for you, because that's your bottom line. Your bottom line is, well, what's in it for me, right? What is this business going to do for me, right? And when you understand what it can and will do for you and your family, you just have to clap your hands, jump for joy, give thanks, just be happy, because finally, you get to win. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. Wow. We are so honored to have you here with us tonight. And thank you for pouring your heart and sharing your passion with us. You have really, really inspired all of us tonight. And we are so grateful that you're able to be here with us tonight. And we have really, really benefited a lot from your sharing tonight. Thank you so much. So it's 11:55 now.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, everyone. And thank you so much to all the leaders. I'm
Yes.
sorry I'm not going to call any more names because all of us here and all the international leaders who are here tonight, I thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. And please come again next Thursday and we see you all again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah,
Thank you, Debbie.
Michael.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Debbie. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you,
and
Dr.
Queen
Benny.
Debbie.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Bless
Michael.
all
Thanks,
of us.
Mabel,
Thank you,
Jeannie.
Thank you,
Jean,
Jean.
Eliza.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you.
Anna.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sister Jean,
Thank
Eliza.
you, John.
For
Yeah.
coming.
Yes.
Thank
Mwah.
you.
Mwah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
I
Dr.
love you
Benny.
guys.
Benny.
Mwah.
Michael.
Hi, thank you,
Sister
Anna.
Anna, Dr. Derek, yes, Sister
Thank you,
Mabel,
Dr.
Sister
Derek.
Jenny,
Yes,
Brother
Dr.
Ryan,
Derek.
Yes, Dr.
yes,
Derek.
Auntie
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Alaso.
David.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
And thank
Engineer
you,
Sushanta.
Miss
Engineer
Tina,
Mike,
John, you're still around.
Dr.
Sister
Patient,
Nancy,
Dr. John.
yes, Sister Nancy, Brother
Yes.
Amos, welcome, Brother Victor,
We're
And
so
thank
in
you,
it.
Mr. Bush.
We're so in it to
Bushwinda.
Brother
win it.
Moji,
We've already
Yes.
won
Yeah,
it.
Dr.
Bushwinda,
Patience,
So
thank
let's
you.
go and live our passion, live our dreams, dream big. We're in it to
Brother
win it.
Mavan,
Thank you all.
Yeah.
welcome,
you.
welcome. Love you guys.
Love you
See you
guys.
guys
See
next
you
week.
guys.
Yes.
I want to
See you
see you
next week.
all next week.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Love you
Yes.
guys.
Love
You
you more.
guys. God bless
Bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.